Welcome back, everyone, to episode 106 of Unravel. Today,
Actually 107, but he doesn't want to
Shut up.
admit the truth.
it's 106 now. Today,
100.
we're missing Angie until about halfway through, so she'll join most likely halfway through. Until then, however, I guess she's very, very tired from teleporting you. As last session, you guys traveled the ocean, the Lawless Archipelago, and the Lost Storm Sea for a bit. On your way to travel to Dunjaga to try and find out where Elkian is being held, as he was kidnapped from his boat. Because not everybody, because he suspects not everybody aligns with his capitalistic ideals.
Which is so weird.
Really weird, right?
They're probably communists.
They're probably communist.
Yes.
Is it the red flag that gave it away?
Which
I
means
think so. Yeah.
you guys tried to approach Dunjaga. However, when you got close, your ship was first of all, your ship got targeted by a couple of pirates. But rather than this merchant ship, handing over their supplies, instead it rammed them to death over and over and over again until their boat no longer existed.
Accurate boat combat.
That's what you get when you give a barbarian the reins.
It was the fucking cleric.
Barbarian.
No, I just...
It was teamwork.
It was teamwork to break that boat apart and sink it to the depths. Regardless, you did so, and when you approached Dunjaga itself, your ship became target of a very, very, very large fish, which the party did not seem fit to try and combat with, and instead chose to try and outrun it, which was a bit of a difficult task, but eventually you succeeded, and it relented. As when you no longer was able to see Dunjaga over the horizon, from the deck of the ship at least, you noticed that this large koi fish gave up the chase. Being stuck, you waited for the wind to change in the hopes that you could outrun it towards the island. But when a stranger, who introduced themselves as Isaac, a friend of Sir Fisher's, came upon the ship...
Who Angie didn't know.
Who Angie forgot she knew, to be fair.
Yeah.
Your party came with the idea to teleport from the...
He told us
No.
that we could teleport.
You asked him if he could teleport, and he was like, I can't, but you can, right? Why don't you just do that? And then, I guess it's fair. He gave you the idea to teleport.
The DM gave us the idea to teleport.
You're like, this is how you fix the issue.
No, you were asking about teleporting, otherwise
like
it wouldn't have come up. You guys were just waiting for the wind to change. I would have been down for that too, I don't care.
Yeah.
However, finding a better solution, and Angie also willing to sacrifice her 7th level spell slot, you rose to the crow's nest of the ship, where you could see the beach of Dunjaga in the distance. Chera, not comfortable with the idea of teleporting, was being held by a hold person spell, voluntarily, somewhat. Then Angie teleported you all to the island, missing the beach a little bit because of her inaccurate teleport. You all landed in the water, still being paralyzed. Chera began to sink. Zero not being able to swim, Zero began to sink. However, eventually you managed to all successfully get onto the beaches of Dunjaga with, as far as I'm aware, not much of a plan.
I can't
That's
swim.
where we
I
left
just
off.
can't swim in ocean water.
You can swim in non-ocean water?
I can swim in still water. As long as the water isn't moving slightly, I can handle it. Otherwise, I'm too weak.
That's why Zero never takes a shower. It's flowing water, no. It's like a vampire, like, no, flowing water, no.
I float in bathtubs.
Showers like bricks.
Shower is like bricks on my skin. I don't like it. I
Just on the bottom, like,
take
flat, you
double
can't
baths.
Drowning in the shower.
But Angie is very, very tired from teleporting and then having to drag Zero onto shore. She's very tired.
Angie is here.
I drown in
No,
showers
I'm
because I'm
Angie.
so fascinated and look
What?
up like this.
I am Angie.
Oh no.
Angie,
Yes.
what did you do to your voice?
I teleported.
I like it. Can you keep it forever like this?
Sure, this can happen
No.
when you teleport.
It only stays for
No.
a little bit.
Oh.
Salt water. Just...
Good.
Salt water tastes bad when I get into your lungs.
Well,
When
good
was-
thing you didn't notice anything of that, right?
Also,
I notice everything. It was even worse.
I have a question. When does salt water taste good?
Doesn't.
When it's in a soup.
Okay.
I guess that's salty water, yeah. That's fair.
Also with pasta, I guess.
Yeah, but you wouldn't eat the pasta in.
No, but it makes
anyway.
the pasta taste good.
Right.
Just think about gazpacho.
Ah, yeah, carpaccio. Angie always.
But the four of you are standing on the beaches of Ninjaga. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go?
So, what now?
You do your magic-y thingies to find out where he is, right?
You have an hour?
I think we have all day if we wanna. You teleport us back.
Elkian is the one with the big problem.
Yeah, I have an hour. Alkian might have minutes.
True.
I mean, you guys waited for I think a day at least.
Elkian
You
will
waited
be
for
fine.
one full day, and this is the second day at which you were gonna try to go.
We were also going fast.
Oh yeah, no, when you approached, so sure.
We went 2
Yeah.
days fast.
As far as you know, when you last contacted him, which is about a week ago, he was still alive
Yeah, exactly.
Right, we waited a few days,
and
right?
on a ship.
We
One
waited
day.
1 day on the ship.
Yeah, one day. You would have gone on this day, considering you got a northwestern wind, which would have given you favorable winds and travel hella fast. But then the idea of teleporting came to mind, and that kind of excluded the danger of your ship getting destroyed, and what you had to do with your ship now, because your ship is beginning to fuck off now. Like you see the sails unfurling in the distance, or actually just the top sails if you have
You know what I
very
just
good
realized?
perception, as they're leaving.
If we just pitched this plan of us teleporting, maybe we could have had our entire crew still on the ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
We're idiots.
No, I'm
What?
the best.
But the crew is on the ship.
Yeah, but the entire crew.
Half of it left, remember?
Oh yeah.
If
Yeah.
we pitched the idea from the beginning, we could have had the entire crew.
That's true. That's true.
I don't know.
And this is
I
how
really
you
don't
know
need them. We're bad.
we're idiots.
You have me already, and I'm amazing. So.
But- You are very strong.
Yeah,
You're
You're
like...
Are you lacking compliments or something? Where did the actor come from?
I think you can beat up 10 people without a problem. At least.
Easily.
Depends what people.
That's true.
Hobgoblin.
You can at least beat 20 of my colony siblings.
Easily.
Are they children?
Yes.
You can beat 10 children,
I said 20.
20 children.
But they're
Probably more
all
than that.
stronger than me. Because I was not that strong.
Anyways, do your magic mumbo jumbo before I find Elkian myself.
It doesn't say much to be fair.
Okay,
Zero.
hold up. Hold up.
How?
Well, how are you gonna find Elkian, mind you? I mean, I'm gonna take 10 minutes to explain your plan, please, because you're gonna find him yourself anyway. Why am I doing this again?
Well, it makes it easier, right?
You didn't even dare to step in the teleport.
Yeah, but that's teleportation. You don't know what goes wrong. I have this.
You know what's gonna go wrong here in this island?
Yeah, there's some hobgoblins. We'll beat them.
Some?
Yeah, some.
It's an entire island.
We'll be fine.
Does
Okay.
anybody remember what weather it was?
No.
In that case, I need somebody to roll for weather. A d6, please. Because the weather
Snowy.
shifted. Was that this day?
I thought it was snowy.
I thought it was the
I don't
previous
No,
day.
that was not this day.
Wasn't it this day?
Well, we'll find out what 2 is.
That's snowy, I think.
I mean, you are on... I mean, technically you went from... Okay, no, coast/ocean. This would still count as coast. 2 means that if it was snowing, the snow slowly begins to turn to rain. It begins to rain.
Oh no, wait, it was raining.
Well, now it's raining.
I don't remember, actually.
Yeah.
Well, my plan was to go to the big city and just...
You think he's
Look
at the
around
big city?
It's probably where most of the prisoners are kept, right? He's like a highly valuable target. He would be where their main force is to keep him there.
You just
To be fair.
wanna walk there?
What else were we planning to do?
I mean, I don't know. We are on an island which is notorious for no one ever coming to or leaving.
Isn't that because
So-
of the fish?
Yeah, no, exactly. So they'll probably ask a lot of questions, seeing us.
You don't think we're welcome? You think we're welcome?
Of course not.
Yeah.
We'll be sneaky.
Maybe we need to paint our faces red. Is that bad?
Sounds slightly racist.
Okay. Well, I don't think we'll fit in with the hobgoblins necessarily.
Aren't they tall? As well.
Okay, well, I'm sure there's a few short ones in there as well.
Maybe children.
At best,
With a
like-
beard. I don't know how hobgoblins work.
I mean, you've seen a couple.
I mean, we've seen...
Back when you guys were in the Lawless Archipelago.
Like when we're in the Lawless
There
Archipelago.
you go.
Okay, well, just because we've seen a couple doesn't know I know the entire hobgoblin race.
You don't?
You do?
No.
Well, I can't recall if we have ever seen hobgoblins.
You're smart.
Yeah, that's true. But I was like, otherwise we
You
can
speak
just...
the language?
Yeah, of course I speak the language. What language don't I speak?
Speak giant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just don't say dwarvish.
Speak Dwarvish?
You know every language, and George just starts talking to you in Dwarvish. So we can speak in Dwarvish to you?
I know every language except that one. Because 3 people already know that one. It had the least priority.
You'd think you'd show a little bit of interest in your friends and you'd start learning their language. But
Well-
apparently that's not how that works.
I was planning to. Do you speak Draconic?
No, but I am stupid.
Apparently.
I'm sure I can pick it up.
But
I barely know, I just know Dwarvish in my own and then the common language.
But
Which
you don't know
everybody
Gnomish?
knows
as
that.
I was
You don't know
saying.
Gnomish?
I know Gnomish.
I know Gnomish.
That's such a weird question.
But
There's small people as well.
as I was previously saying,
Most small people know each other, right?
Oh, okay.
if we have seen hobgoblins, I will make my spell bone. I will just put in a new spell, because I can do that, because I have not done it today. And then we can all just disguise ourselves as hobgoblins.
Mm.
You can do that?
Yeah, it's a spell storing item.
Yeah, but you have disguise self?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, that's how I disguised myself in Top Town.
We could have used it then too.
No, because
Yeah.
spell storing bone didn't have enough charges for that.
Oh, okay.
But if we're because I had to do it for an entire day.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
We're not planning to do it an entire day, so
I mean, kind of.
Well, I can at least make my hair look pretty.
that's something.
I don't need a spell for that.
Oh, right, because you have the
Me-
fucking hairband.
Me neither, because I don't have hair.
Those sparks aren't hair.
No.
Oh. I don't know.
You see George's?
How does it work? How does it work if I would put it on?
I don't know. It just starts growing comically large. Isn't that funny?
That's so funny. Can I trade it?
Yeah, true.
Yes.
I will get the spell with my key of recollection, and I'll get the locate person spell. Which, to be fair, still means I need to be 1,000 feet of them.
Which is about 300 meters, by the way.
And this island is probably the
Bigger
size
than
of
300 meters.
So maybe it's a good idea we go.
So we need to find the storm drain, right?
the what?
The storm drain.
The who?
I don't know, that was...
Face.
Yeah,
It's called storm drain.
that's what I wrote down. That's what I remembered. It's close enough. It was like storm something. Storm drain.
Sounds like I don't know. I feel like that's not that elegant of a name.
It's hobgoblins. I didn't expect a
Yeah,
elegant name.
like you make it sound like you're the shit ghost.
Maybe it's a shitty ship. A shitty place.
It's called a ship. It's a ship. It's a place. What is it?
It was a ship, right?
I don't know.
We didn't do that last. We just spoke about it like a bit ago.
Exactly. I forgot. Okay, so where's the storm?
With what's his face? The one that just suddenly showed up.
Yes.
I don't know what his name was.
I don't
Isaac.
remember.
I
Yeah.
didn't introduce myself properly.
His name was Isaac. And he was quite smart.
Yet.
Yes. Anyways,
Fitting.
so we just need to find the storm drain.
Yeah.
Find out where they are, and then find.
I have so many extra blinks.
So, what are your leads right now?
The storm drain, Hanado, Akuma, which I know for a fact that I both spelled those wrong. I know
You
that.
didn't spell storm drain right?
No, I spelled storm drain right, but it wasn't the storm drain. It was storm something, and it wasn't Hanado Akuma. It was Hanado something else.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
Elkian is in safe hands.
I assumed other people would be writing it down as
you
well.
assumed wrong. So,
I have so many extra blinks.
I assumed like Charlie would probably remember.
well, these names are.
I wasn't part
Different.
of the conversation, was the problem.
Ah. No, you
Well.
were. Right? No,
No.
I thought you were.
I was not part of it. I joined that conversation later, and I will only remember the things that were actively said when I was part of it. And those things were not part of that.
Oh, well.
I am very accurate to what my character can remember.
Well,
Can I use my history to try and remember the actual name?
Sure, but I'll set a DC beforehand.
That's fine.
To remember the name accurately, after finding
name,
out that you
Elk?
have such short-term memory loss, you'll have to roll a 16.
My history is pretty good. It's a 19.
It was the Storm Horns. It was the name of the crew and the ship. The ship was the Storm Horn, and the crew was the Storm Horns.
man, this
Led
terrain would have been such a
By
shit
two
name.
captains, a couple,
Mm-hmm.
Hatano
Yeah.
and Akaru. But you could start looking for Storm Drain if you want to.
That maybe it's much cooler.
The storm horn just sounds weird. Storm drain, like,
That's a nice
kind of has a
spell
flow to it.
to have.
Horny story.
So, we'll search for the horny storm.
The extra spell for today.
Yeah, that's what I just slightly misspelled it, or slightly changed
As
it.
I said,
Storm drain, shitstorm.
I said Elkin is in safe hands.
Oh no, wait, it was the storm horn. Who calls the ship the storm horn?
I don't know.
The horny
Some
storm.
horny people, and there are a couple, so. Let's go.
I mean the hobgoblins, so maybe they're weird. I don't know.
The flag they fly, by the way, was a humanoid skull with lower jaw fangs and horns in the shape of lightning bolts. Some other information that you got.
That's cool.
Did we?
Yes, you did get that information.
We're like on the northwest of the island right now.
No, you had northwestern wind last time.
We're on
You're
the
on
western
the-
part.
Yes, you're north. No, because of the ship, you guys had to turn angle for a while to outrun it.
Isn't it
You're more like east south or west southwest right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we know where the town is? Is that
You have
public
no fuck.
knowledge?
You literally don't. Aside from the general shape of the island that cartographers have been able to map out by observing the island from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
And from whatever information has come out from like hobgoblins that have left the island, there's a somewhat known shape, but there's fuck all that people know about what's on the island, except for hobgoblins.
There's also no one that like knows that a city would be on the coast.
Nope. Nobody knows.
Well,
The only ones that may have known were the hobgoblins, but when you approached those some 100 sessions ago almost, they were not too keen on speaking with outsiders. George experienced.
yeah.
Let's
Wow.
go that way. I just point inland.
Well,
It's a start.
I was thinking, since we're now on the southwest of the island, and we know there's only one ship, it would be very unlikely they would have a coastal town. Because if you only have one ship that can leave, then
Yeah, but is it one ship that can leave, or like multiple ships that can leave?
we know from one. He said there was one that could leave.
It's this
The
entire
first-
island is based on these one little group and they have a ship. Isn't it also fair to assume they probably are at the coast?
Yeah, I don't. From what I remember, I don't remember anything coastal, but I don't remember much.
Well, they're called. They have a ship, which sounds
They
pretty
have a
coastal
ship.
to me.
Well, most likely we'll have to go.
We can just go
North.
that way or that way and just see where we
Why
end
you're
up.
pointing back in the sea?
No, that way was inland, so that way is north. That way is south.
If you guys just want to wander in a direction, you can choose north, south, or inland,
It
which
did-
would be east.
Do we see anything?
There is beach and forest.
Yeah, that's what I expected. So no. So
How
Unless
high
anyone-
would I have to go up to see city? Because I can just float above everything.
Oh, how big is this island?
I,
Big.
I'm assuming pretty far up. So I can
Well-
throw you, but not that far up.
We can go into the forest. Maybe we'll find the locals. They'll be as friendly as they always are, and then kill them and steal their stuff.
Okay, can anyone talk with that?
That she can talk with that.
I speak
Talk with
goblin.
the dead.
Oh, I can talk to the dead.
That's yeah, okay. So we can just kill them and then it's like
Heroic fantasy guy.
we could just summon them back or something. I don't know.
I don't think you guys have ever cast Speak with Dead before.
Oh, I know.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah.
But like,
No,
we have a flying carpet. We can go
I had a spell
Up.
scroll.
For an hour.
and watch which way we need to go. And then we know which way we need to go, and then we go that way. And from there, I don't know the plan. But
Good idea.
thank
No.
you, Angie.
Angie, open the portable hole.
No.
You have it.
Can you give it to me so I can open it? Okay. Jenna, help me. This
I'll
carpet is
help her.
heavy.
I'll help pull the carpet out. Like
And I fold it back up, the portable hole. You want it back immediately? Or wait until I put the carpet back in?
You know, it make me think now that we step foot on an island like this,
what?
the eyes and ears everywhere.
Why?
How did you tell they're everywhere?
Did you see a bird? Depends on what bird.
Of course.
Your bird sends messages wherever you want it to go.
Yeah, my bird I
Why
trust.
wouldn't every bird do that?
Because mine was specifically built for it.
Every bird is specifically built.
I know who makes birds. If I'll ever meet him, I'll ask him, okay?
Somebody makes them.
The birds make themselves.
Did you make yourself?
Your carpet, by the way.
No.
when you have this many people on it,
parents
it's
did.
not a real viable way of transportation.
It's also just meant to go up so we can
Sure.
see.
I will say with the hover that you have, with the bad long range visibility you have because of the rain, there's not much you find
I forgot.
utilizing the carpet by just flying up.
We're just standing in the rain, just calm.
Yeah, that too. I mean, it's not fucking just...
I mean, you haven't specified rain. It could be like a slight drizzle.
No, it's heavy enough rain that it blocks longer
Yeah,
range
so
visibility.
we're
I mean-
basically drenched.
I mean,
At this point, I mean, you also fell in the ocean, so yes.
But my
But
hair is
double
perfectly fine.
I have one question.
See, like the drops, like float on.
One question.
What?
Hypothetically, if we spent the entire hour just going up, only going up.
You will lose oxygen, or possibly be struck by lightning.
No. But without the oxygen problem, would we reach above the clouds? Would that be
In
possible?
an hour?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay.
Because the carpet doesn't have that large of a movement speed, and it can't go directly up. It has to go at a bit of a... It's more like an airplane where it has to go at an angle. It's not a helicopter.
Well, if it was just me, because then the carpet is faster, would it be then possible?
You will die, sure.
Yeah, that's not what I'm asking.
That's
Would
not
it
the
be
problem.
possible
To get where?
go above the clouds?
No.
No, okay. Okay, no, that I was genuinely.
Downside being
curious.
as well, when it's raining and there's fucking clouds everywhere, even if you got above the clouds, you couldn't see shit because
Yeah.
there's clouds everywhere.
No, I know that, but I just wanted to know if
Clouds are a little too high for that.
if we no okay no that's fine. I was just
Maybe
genuinely curious.
If you do
about
get to that point, it would be very likely that your carpet will give out before you reach the ground again.
it. Yeah, no,
That's what you
That-
have.
that's
like,
what I
Featherfall
expected.
for.
Sure.
that's what I expected.
Okay.
But I was just genuinely curious if that was possible, because I was like,
You know
that would be
now.
whack. That would be so whack.
So,
We walk in a random direction.
do we go north, south, or east? Or west, back into the ocean?
You can also go back into the ocean,
We go northeast.
find the fish.
You could also just teleport and give up an alien.
Let's do that.
No, that was a joke.
I can do that, but like that.
I mean, you're not sure if he's alive, to be fair. Again, it's been a week since you've contacted him.
Yeah, well, just
It'll
in
be
case, stay close
that,
to each other.
like that is the problem we can't fix.
I mean, look, it's a beach. I'm not sure that we can lose sight of each other, even if I was like 200 feet that way.
But if we're gonna walk into the forest,
Are we?
start walking
Which way are you walking?
into the forest like backwards. I don't know.
How?
Are we?
You came out of the sea!
Yes.
How do you walk back in a forest?
Backwards toward.
I mean, you guys haven't all been facing the forest while you guys got on. Like, you have been, like, looking around and stuff. You're not stuck facing one direction.
Okay, but which way is
no,
the
no,
forest?
this
it
is
would
like
be east. I mean,
This
there's
is like
also
east.
forest north and south if you... And then go east.
this is
There's
like
forest
an
everywhere.
RPG game where with fixed camera angle, so you have only forest,
Yeah.
and then like if you press like the side of the screen, you just
And then you have only beach.
yes, and then forest on this side.
You
And
can, like,
then
walk
you-
around, it's like a
and then you
clicking
have only
point.
ocean.
In that case, if you guys
So
walk...
you want to go east?
George is just standing under a tree.
It's less rainy there.
Look, it's shit weather. I don't want to walk on the beach.
True.
If you have no
There's
other...
birds up there.
If you have no other
Fair.
plan but go on in a direction,
I don't know. I don't know. What?
because the carpet won't allow you to see far enough, you can go north, south, or east. And east will lead you into the forest, north and south.
Well,
And
Can we
initially,
go
at least,
three
northeast?
options.
no. That's the same. I mean, yes, but that's the same as going east.
Maybe we
Three
should
options.
roll the dice where we have
One,
the north
two.
side east thing, and then we
One,
go
two
back
Yeah,
is
to
give
north.
us that dice.
Oh yeah.
I'll get you.
I was just
I
gonna.
mean, it also has
roll the
it also
beach.
has west on it.
Yeah,
And
but
then walk back into the ocean.
West just means reroll.
Roll for random encounter. Fish again.
West means reroll.
I was just gonna roll these three.
Who's gonna roll? You gonna roll?
Sure.
Oh, I thought I looked at Zero as like you're gonna roll. That's right. Sorry.
If I roll west,
Islands?
Northwest.
See, now you roll.
It's not north enough.
That would be north.
Is there even like north, east, south on it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, so, yeah. I mean, you can keep rolling until you actually roll north, south, or east.
Yeah, that's gonna go right.
South.
You guys are gonna go south.
I feel like that's the wrong
Yes.
direction.
Yeah, I feel like north
That
is
is.
a better direction.
Which direction are you guys going? You,
But
guys,
we're all
better.
south. We have to go south now.
you don't have to. You can go. You can go any other
Well,
direction.
first we rolled northwest, which would basically mean north.
Ah!
Let's just go north. We'll go north.
Or go inland. You can also just go into the woods.
He's telling us to go inland now. He wants
No, you
to
can
us
also
to
go south if you want
Okay,
to.
wait,
I'm fucking
wait.
Here.
Okay. You're
Okay, now-
north, I'm east, you're south, and we're gonna do rock, paper, scissors.
No.
Fine.
Three-way rock paper scissors never works.
We're
Yeah.
gonna
Fine.
go north.
Yes,
I'm
it will
west.
work. It will work. It will work.
Okay.
Rock, paper,
Paper,
scissors, shoot.
Look
Okay.
at north.
Okay, north.
See, it worked.
Nobody starts with scissors. That's like.
But that's the problem.
That's the actual big move because almost everyone always starts with scissors.
Okay. You guys head north?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Sure.
No, everybody starts with rock.
Actually, yeah.
I would like for one of you to roll a d6.
I'll roll the d6.
Don't roll bad. That's not gonna count. It has to be on the table.
That's two.
Number 2.
That was bad.
Jesus.
That was a bad roll.
59 hobgoblins.
59.
2,000 birds swooped down from the sky.
You guys head north.
Birdemic.
You begin to walk. I'll wait.
That movie was so stupid.
It was.
That
was really good.
Thanks. You guys begin to walk north along the beach. Eventually, the beach begins to turn to a rising hill as the beach becomes a cliffside, and you're walking on grasslands along the ocean side.
When do we change into hobgoblins?
That's also a good question.
Does that happen when we walk in?
When you walk,
you
the
mean the
the
plan?
beach begins to turn into
have
cliff
the bone
after about
thing,
an
right?
hour of walking.
So it's like waterfalls when we're walking. It's like a cliffside, right?
Yeah, the beach begins to become more rocky and eventually becomes a cliff as you guys have to, if you want to stick to the ocean side, have to stay on the, you're basically like 60 something feet above the ocean.
Cool.
Cliff.
So it's like waterfalls going on.
Not yet. Not that you've encountered.
No, with the rain.
The drips.
Oh, it's not raining hard enough for that.
Oh,
Sad.
Drips, you hear the boop.
shut up.
But it's a valid question. If and when you guys are planning on turning into hobgoblins.
With the bone.
Yes.
I feel like we should do that when
We see hobgoblins.
yeah, we can see and estimate how long it will take to get there.
When we see some such type of structure or life
Yes.
that hasn't seen us yet,
I've seen a bird.
maybe we should do it now.
No.
If you guys continue to walk along the north, continue to walk north along the coast, eventually, every now and again, especially those with higher passive perceptions, do somewhat hear, and it's not that hard to spot even with the bad long range visibility. Every now and again, you see a mark of or presence of that very large fish as a piece of a fin or tail comes by, far off in the distance.
It just
What do you
splashes
think about
us
that
to
fish?
be a dick. It's like.
Well, it's clearly defending this entire island from intruders.
Yeah, but why?
Because it, like all animals, serves a greater purpose.
Which
Except for
animals
Wahoo, of
serve the
course.
greater purpose of Moradin? Goats? Or just one singular goat? Like all of goats Or just one specific goat you've encountered?
All goats.
All goats. Okay, so goats
They are
good.
called goats for obviously the one reason. Best of all time.
So, if I decide to ride a goat instead of a deer, you will not be suspicious of my goat. Because obviously my goat serves Moradin.
Well, maybe. Never certain. It feels odd because I have always just never felt uncomfortable around goats, but now suddenly when I think about goats, it still makes me unreasonably uncomfortable.
Okay, so that's a note to a goat.
Is there something wrong with me?
Yes.
Is it unreasonable to find all these animals?
Kind of. What do you think of Jelly?
Oh. You kind of like the eyes are kind of like drifting off into different directions.
Like always.
Sometimes they can focus.
Sometimes they can focus and then I know Elkian is watching.
But
They don't do that right now, or haven't done that for
This
a
is the
while.
worst example you could have given of all animals, because this one clearly is under control of him.
Yeah, I know. And that's why...
But that never bothered me, and now it does. That's weird, isn't it?
Why does it suddenly bother you?
I don't know.
Do you need therapy?
Oh,
I think we all need therapy.
No.
Do you want me to recommend you some great therapists? I know several.
I don't need therapy. I have more than that.
Therapists?
Yes.
I don't need a therapist, I
When?
God.
Because I actually go to therapy.
When? When do you go to therapy? Where?
Don't you need parental permission for that?
You can just like have one
Do you
meeting.
know my parents? Because I don't.
That's my point.
Wasn't it a dragon?
No, that's my grandfather.
Oh, okay.
He's technically your parent, I guess.
Sure.
Your
Sure.
caretaker.
Sure. I'll send a letter to the dragon asking if he gives me permission to go to therapy. I'll do it the moment my birds gets back.
Well, I just brought up that thought that I just had, which was
I think it's kind of weird because it happened out of nowhere.
you know what I just figured out.
What?
What did you figure out?
I feel like we're all being a little weird.
What do you mean?
Like more than
How are we
usual?
weird?
It feels normal for me to hate animals, but it's not normal for how Chera, for instance, is so afraid of teleportation. You jump into things, you jump into beaks and mouths and jaws, and teleporting is where you draw the line.
Yeah, you know, anything could go wrong. You could like transport. You could, like half of your body could go into a demi-plane.
Half
or
of your
something.
body could be left behind in that jaw you just jumped in.
Yeah, but I know that I'm not gonna let that happen. And you know, I'm
Do you
sure.
know how dense you're sounding right now?
I think what she means is she has trouble for giving up control.
Okay, then why is Angie so afraid of portable holes?
Oh,
I am
don't ask
not
me.
afraid.
Angie's just weird. I don't know. That's extra weird.
Oh,
I am not afraid of the portable. I'm not afraid of my bag of holes. I'm not even afraid of Jelly's little.
shall we swim in the ocean?
No.
No, I'd rather also not swim in the ocean.
No. You've seen that big ass fish. It will eat me.
Right.
I will only swim in water with tiny fishes.
Okay, so then when we're back home, we go to the ocean there.
No, I'm good.
I want to go in lakes. Let's go into a lake.
I mean,
Lakes can still have big fish.
But not that big.
they also don't have the. What was it again?
But the smallest
Also-
fish are the most ominous. Oh, but you see it, I'm doing it again!
But see, the problem with the ocean is in the ocean there's the Leviathan, and the Leviathan will eat the world one day. But in lakes there is no Leviathan, so a lake is perfectly fine.
Yeah, but doesn't the Leviathan also control the lakes?
No, he does not. Because if he does, I will also never go into a lake anymore.
I thought he did.
No, I think he only rules over salt water, and lakes are fresh water.
Why doesn't he rule over this part of the world then?
Because of that big ass koi fish.
I like the big ass koi fish more now.
I don't, because it will eat me. Just
I
like
will also
Leviathan
eat the
will eat me.
Leviathan.
They will both eat me. I will be eaten by a sea creature one day if I go into the ocean. So that's why I don't go into the ocean. I will not.
Leviathan is probably not that scary. It's afraid of a big ass koi. We got scammed.
Sure, I'll ask him as well.
I'd rather not.
With the
fuck
stuff
with the
we
great
gave him, he
Leviathan.
probably thinks we're the best right now. I put my name on that crown, like made by Zera and Angie, so he knows it's from us.
Sure, remember. Not ask again. Like
But
last time.
then the great Leviathan knows your name.
Have you not been leaving your mark on each of the tridents you've made?
Yeah.
I leave my mark.
But
on
my mark
everything.
is like more, like, it's just like a insignia, stamp. Stamp it in there. It's not my name. You know, you need to have like a signature.
Yeah, that's my name.
Why would
That's so not creative.
why would I need an insignia
Sir.
if my work is already that good?
So I came up with it when I was 3. What did you expect?
Never given a shit about smithing in your life.
That's true.
why all of a sudden are you talking like me? I don't like it. Okay, I'm a better smith than you. Deal with it.
No, you're not.
Let's find out.
I mean, George, that made me this crown. You never made me anything as cool, so.
I'll make you a better crown.
Okay, I'll. Sure. I want to see it first before I make that judgment.
I can see the seething.
My hair just.
The rain is just like.
Like smoke coming
George,
out.
I have one question.
Yes.
Can I put that thing on just once to see what it does to me?
What? What
In
thing?
better circumstances. Yes.
Okay.
Look, I'm not saying he's a bad smith. He's a very good smith. I'm just better.
I want to see it first before I believe it.
You can forget about your next cure wounds, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. As you guys continue along this cliff area, at one point...
Oh no, Chera's dead.
Chair dies.
Oh no! Oh no!
The forest to your right opens up into a large clearing.
Wasn't there a cliff?
That's to your left, because you're walking north.
Oh, we're like on top of the cliff.
Yes, you're on top of it.
I thought we
you
were.
could not, if you're down the cliff, you're in the water.
I thought we were like with cliff here, and then a path that goes up.
Oh no, you were on the beach with water, and then the
Yeah,
beach
okay.
turned into a cliff, which
okay.
when the water's still there, you force you to go up.
Yeah, okay. No way. I got it.
You continue with the forest on your right. Eventually, that clears up into a larger space, at the center of which there's a very large, very still body of water. Every lake, even with minute bits of wind, you can always see like ripples and stuff. But aside from the rain impacting this large lake, you don't spot anything. There's like these large willows that kind of like hang over it. It's a very pretty sight.
Yeah, see, this lake gives me the creeps.
And I would like for each of you to roll a wisdom save.
Lakes don't scare me.
At this
Also-
point, everything gives you the creeps.
But that's also part of the Great
Shit.
Leviathan.
You're a cleric, your wisdom's good.
Yeah.
You also have to roll for Angie, by the way, whose
Where?
wisdom is not good.
Oh, this is Angie's roll.
No, it's not.
Well.
Sure, what'd you get?
15.
15.
15.
15.
A saving throw?
Yes. Would be. So, no automatic failures, luckily.
11.
Okay, and Angie? Wait, 11. Well, proficiency bonus is +5. Wisdom is +5. Which means...
Natural one
That
there.
was 1.
Angie's
With a -1, I'm pretty sure.
is a 16.
Okay.
She rolled the best.
George.
Yes.
You see this large, open, serene space, and it kind of reminds you of images that you've and places you've read about in like the celestial planes of just like extreme calmness and serene, and you just feel this pull to at the very least submerge yourself into this probably sacred pool of water.
You see, this lake also gives me the creeps. Who knows, the Great Leviathan might not be in here.
You'll see as you're,
The Great
as you're
Leviathan
speaking in
isn't
the
in
background,
this-
you see George walk into
Wait,
it.
what?
No!
George, what are you doing?
Stop me.
What?
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm trying to stop you, but I'm very weak!
Athletics checks.
Yeah, I'll help.
I'll
Can
be
I help?
like-
First we'll see if Zero can do it on her own.
Alright. If I win, I'll pick up Shira and I'll throw her into the lake.
Okay.
That's all very well. It's the
What'd you
problem,
get?
but I have a minus. So I rolled 16.
What that becomes?
No, I
That's
rolled
total?
18. Minus 2, 16.
Okay, what did you get,
I
Turtle?
rolled 15, which becomes an 18.
Zero tries to stop you, but knowing that this is just this experience bathing here would be amazing, so you just fling Zero with the arm. Zero holding onto it just goes "Wah!" and flies about 20 feet before
What
then
the fuck?
slamming into the water. Yeah, Zero's really small. Zero weighs fuck all.
Oh shit! I can.
So
throw
Zero
you
goes
over.
like for a second before she then comes to a stop in this lake, and her ripples kind of like create this like weird like almost building form of just ripples that go out to the edges of the lake.
Come on, George, quit.
Angie and you don't. You do. You're in the water right now. You don't. Angie and Shara, you guys both hear in the wind. You hear faint whispers. No, return. Not safe.
I need you to both to get the
As these
fuck out of
willows
the
kinda
water.
as these willows
I
kinda, like,
try to
turn.
pull George out of the water.
Make athletics checks. I mean, you're still trying to get to the water. That's why I would allow Zero to go first. Zero's in the water.
I rolled so well.
I will say that your right bracer and glove are gone because you rolled so well. You at least held on to that as you just flung it. You held on very well to that, and that's kind of what keeping you floating.
Athletics,
Yes, would be.
24.
You do manage as George gets to the edge and his feet begin to get into the softer part of the beach where the ground begins to slowly turn into mud. You manage to get to a stop. Angie kind of like hobbles by, but stays at probably like about 30 feet back from where you are.
Like,
You are 20 feet into the
Why would
water.
you do this? This makes no sense.
Stop!
In this beautiful place.
Don't you hear the whispers?
What do you mean? Whispers, you're crazy.
You're
I told you
crazy.
you're insane.
You're crazy. Don't
We're all insane, we all need therapy afterwards!
get out of the water.
Can you swim?
I have no swimming speed, but I have something better.
Which is?
You fucking sings.
I have water walk.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
You're into a place you couldn't even swim.
Well,
I can swim. I can. I just can't swim fast.
Don't you have the ring of swimming?
um,
No, you had that.
you're in the water. You begin to cast the spell, and you will finish.
Wait, first, I'm gonna check if I did have that ring of swimming, because
I
sure,
thought
I'm
we
pretty
s-
sure I don't.
I thought we sold it, but we had a ring of swimming.
Yeah, I don't have that.
it.
The only ring I have is the ring of true companions.
Yeah, but we had it, so that's why I gave the ring of swimming to you.
Yeah,
So you could have had a swimming.
I don't have it anymore.
No, we sold it.
Does a 28 hit?
Yes!
You see Zira casting the spell. She kind of like lifts to her feet. At which point, the water kind of forms around her, as this watery tentacle just wraps around her, lifts her about 10 feet into the air, before then slamming her down into the water. You get pulled down, you feel the pull immediately going back of the water walk spell wanting you to get back up. You do suffer,
Oh no, I suffer.
because you're in the water.
2,000 damage.
No, it's not that bad.
2,700.
200 damage.
76.
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh!
However, you are grappled, and I need you all to roll for initiative.
Okay, I agree. I hate all water now.
I told you. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Does George see this too at this point, or?
Yes. Seeing this would kind of get you out of your stupor.
Okay, so I'm still grappling George when the
yes.
fight begins.
Sure.
We're restraining George. We're both restrained on the ground at the moment.
You don't have the grapple
No,
feet, I'm
that's
afraid.
true.
You
That's
wish.
true.
How's it go?
There's a die. There's a die.
There's a die!
There's a die.
Die or die?
Die or not to die? That's the question.
Grant me but a moment.
No.
Gesundheit.
Those are not beautiful trees.
They are actually, but leaves are really shitty to print on a 3D printer. They are actually beautiful, okay?
So you can just excuse that it's winter.
And it's winter, yeah, so the leaves are kind of like falling off.
No, because in Japan it's like
No,
no,
no. No.
This is a bad symbol. Shut up.
what is long and hard has come in the middle.
Stop.
A penis.
It's so stupid. That wasn't there before.
Okay. Here we go. So what's happening here?
Things are happening. Believe us.
Although this line is not as clear as I'd like it to be. Yeah, what's up?
Wil je mijn koffieboekje aangeven?
A sec. Or...
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Okay. Even though the rest isn't here, you are. Sarah. So.
I am. And I'm the most important right now because I am in the water.
You are.
Yeah, but you're like you can swim.
You're about there. Oh, that's not you.
I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna book it. I'm gonna run.
You're about there right now. You're grappled by the water.
God damn
As
it.
this water tentacle is dragging you down.
We're gonna fight the water.
Is it a river kraken?
Fight the ocean.
Is it a river kraken?
Yes, it definitely is.
We killed all the river krakens.
Well, you haven't been here before.
That's true. demolished their dragons. Oh, Zira's not that far into the water.
No.
No, I threw her 20 feet, you said.
Yeah.
In my
And
head,
then she
it
got
was
pulled by the water, so she's a little further.
in my head it was way further. She was like in the middle of the lake.
No.
That's
The lake's a
not
bit
20
bigger than
feet.
that.
In my head, it was like, nice throw.
Just Jesse and James.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll fight you again some other day.
So, I've placed you all relatively to where you would be. At the moment, however, Zira, you do be grappled. And I guess George, you are grappled
Okay, fuck.
by Chera. I would like for you to roll for initiative, and you did that if I'm correctly. So I'd like to know 25 to 20s.
No.
20 to 15.
15.
17.
Ah, yes. So you're still grappled.
So George, you're up front. 19, then 15 for Chera. 10 to 5.
10.
16.
What's your dexterity?
12.
Okay.
I'm too fast for my brain.
It's 16 for Angie. Oh. No, Angie is in front of me.
I guess it's simple. No, because 16. Yes, because it's 15.
Early, does she have a plus in her thing?
Plus 1.
Yeah, 16.
Okay. Top of the round, George, you're being grappled by Chera as you see Zira. You saw Zira being lifted up by this water tentacle that wrapped around her, but then whoosh, you saw her disappear under the water.
Why are you grappling me? Don't you see Sarah's in trouble?
I know, but I can't let go until my turn is here.
That seems so...
Arbitrary, I know.
Still, the whispers in the wind going, "Not safe. Turn around." Stay away from the water. At this point, you begin to hear them. By the way, you hadn't heard them before, but now you do.
Oh, the whispers, I hear them.
Yeah, I can't let George go until it's my turn, right?
No,
No, okay.
he can try to use an action to break free.
That's
It's
so
just that he responds faster. Oh, I was like, wow, we've been playing for that long already, but I haven't changed my watch yet on time. I was like, it's already 10 p.m.
No, it's not.
No, but that's what my watch said.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Wow.
Already
I
2
will
hours.
the river to make a dexterity save.
It's a lake, not a river.
Same thing.
The Zay.
Does it have to be a creature you can see?
I'm pretty sure I am. I'm pretty sure I'm seeing the river.
No, because you saw Sarah being
It's a
grabbed and then
lake.
pulled under the water.
But it's grappling, alright?
You want to target the water?
Well, whatever, like, something is grappling, Zara.
Just
right?
lightning bolt the water.
Probably. You see like a little like air bubbles come up where Zira went down. You don't see any creature to
I
target.
cast the wrong spell. I should have cast water breathing.
Well,
Yeah.
water walk will at least if you get out of the grapples, send you back up.
That's
So
true.
that helps. And then you can run back instead of having to swim back at half speed.
Yeah. No, that's
So
true.
it helps.
I did the right
You can cast water breathing after that.
thing. I'm not going back into any water ever again.
Oh,
Well,
Sierra's gonna stink.
if I can't see anything,
In a bath, there also might be the Great Leviathan.
I
then
will exclusively bathe myself in apple juice.
the control water spell, can I, like, make a jet that could possibly make her
Control water?
It's like a 5x5, right?
Angie's gonna be home soon, though. Soon.
Okay,
Just soon.
okay. You want me to open something? Do
Not
something?
yet. She'll have to say if she, because I'm pretty sure she has to eat dinner first. She hasn't done that yet. Oh, Angie's on deck, so that's...
Yeah.
That's George.
You can also hold your action for something.
Well, then I guess I hold my action. If I can see something.
What happened when you can see?
Casting a spell which was Radiant Flame.
Sacred Flame. Okay, after
Radiant Sacred
that,
Flame.
Angie.
That's you as well.
Angie doesn't see anything either, I guess.
No, not right now.
Magic missile. No, okay. Fireball the water.
There's something Angie would do.
Immolate the water.
Mage armor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Angie casts Mage Armor. Anything else for Angie?
Climb up into a tree.
She moves like, whoa, she goes here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. There you go. Okay. After that, Shara.
I let George go.
Hey, George, you are lucky.
Because I held him like in a... I pulled him back and held him into... Am I prone?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll bonus action rage and jump into the lake.
Hey, roll! 5, 10, 15, 20. You don't have the swimming speed, right?
No.
30, 40, 50? No, 40.
45.
Yeah, 40 then, I'm afraid.
Oh no, I can't do that because it's also a bonus action. Oh, that's dumb.
No, wait, sorry. If you had 5, 10, 15, 20, and then you have 20, then you have 15 left, because 25 we round off to 15 for players, so it does mean you get there.
Wait. It's also a bonus action. Lame.
Well, I mean, you can use anything that's a bonus action as an action.
That is true. Is there anything I can feel around me that is like
Not yet.
more solid than water?
Not yet.
I'll use Boots of the Charger as an action.
Okay.
So I can move more feet.
Sure. How far can you get? Well, how far?
1 square closer because it's like 10 more feet.
Then yes, we're going to go one for. Alright, cool. After Chera is the lake. Not yet does it reveal itself. However, there shall be lake. Currently it's under the water. Also under the water, it is invisible.
That's fucked.
But now you know. Now you see, as you begin to approach, you see the water begin to rise up, and you begin to see this elemental shape that rises 10, 15, 20 feet above your head. At which point you now know there's a creature to target. George, your spell goes off, which means the dex save on its end. That is going to be, I'm pretty sure, 15.
15 fails.
Yes, 15. So go ahead and roll for damage. As your radiant flame blasts down upon it, singeing it.
Wow.
Takes
Yeah.
3 points of radiant.
Wow!
Damn.
Wow.
That's the worst 3 points of radiant damage you've ever dealt.
Damn.
Um,
Roll a morale check.
some some of the water begins to like vaporize in the ethereal flames.
Like a
But
drip.
sadly, it doesn't do as much as you'd hoped because you rolled low. It's not resistant. It's just rolled low.
It's just like a drip of water, like.
Mm-hmm. It will then
Owie.
use its tentacles.
Douglas.
Yes. It will continue crushing
Tentacles.
Zira, so it's going to try and tentacle you again with the tentacle that it's holding you with.
It's gonna try to tentacle you.
Sir, I'm a minor.
Well, that is a
This is
19
the
to
wrong
hit,
type of media, sir.
Yes.
FBI, open up.
where you suffer 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It will use another attack against Chera, who now entered the water. That's going to be a 27 to hit.
Misses.
Ooh, that's a lot more. 24 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 12, luckily.
Oh no, my...
But because you are hit, you are grappled.
Oh no, my temporary hit points.
It will then tentacle you again, or try to at least. 15 to hit?
No, that misses.
So as the tentacle begins to crush you, it doesn't manage to give off enough force to really deal any damage. Finally, it will attempt to drown you. Which means, let's see. To drown a creature that is grappling, the target must... You need to make a strength saving throw.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
I'm my best saving throw.
Don't worry, after this you can blink.
That's a 10.
You are no longer just grappled, you are restrained. And also inside the body of the elemental.
Can I see outside of it?
Very vaguely. Like you're being like tossed around.
You see like water.
Very
shimmer.
vaguely, sure. It's not your turn yet.
I need to know specifically, because I have a spell that can help me.
It will then begin to move further into the lake. Still staying visible. But going 5, 10, 15, 20, 3 feet back.
I have
10, 15, 20, 30. There you go.
also one important
gonna-
This is
question.
like pulling
While I'm in the water,
Yeah.
How does spellcasting work when there's a verbal component to
That's a
it?
good question.
The god did not understand your
I'm pretty sure
question.
there are rules of that. Let's see.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm asking.
Oh wait, that's only cleric.
While submerged underwater and it's holding its breath, the creature can cast a spell that requires a verbal component. After casting the spell, if the creature can't breathe underwater, it immediately runs out of breath. Which means, if you cast something on your spell, and you remain underwater, at the start of your next turn, because you run out of breath, normally you can hold your breath equal to your Constitution modifier. In your case, it would be 3 rounds. You can hold your breath now for 3 rounds, now that you're beginning to be grappled. If you cast something, you immediately run out of breath, and at the start of your next turn, you immediately drop to 0 hit points.
Okay, because it was very important to know if I could see outside of it. Because
Well, if your spell can immediately make it so that you're outside of it,
that's the thing!
then maybe
I'm gonna cast Dimension Door then!
that can help.
That could work.
You're gonna cast Dimension Door?
Yeah,
Where to?
because I wanna
Somewhere the
be
fuck
not
away.
in this thing.
Where to?
Well,
Somewhere the fuck away.
If
from
I
the-
can see this area,
I'll,
I will go there.
I'll say
Party
make a perception check, and I'll say if you hit a 15 or higher, you get exactly where you want to. If not, we'll be rolling down a d20 down the riverbed and see where the 20 lands, where you're gonna be, because you are being like flung around everywhere.
That's fine. That's fine, as long as I'm out of this thing. That's 16.
With a 16, you can get exactly where you want it to be. Where did you want to be exactly?
In front of George.
Right, there. Zero suddenly
Give
like
her a glove.
soak the water, just
Give me
holding
my
the glove still.
I hate the water.
Yeah,
that
sorry
your
about
turn?
that.
Yes.
CB
Alright,
like
top
being
round,
held
George, it's your turn. You put your glove back on. That's an action.
Alright, then
It
as
takes
bonus
a
action,
Fuck it.
It
I need
takes-
that thing to make a
It's-
charisma saving throw.
It takes a minute to
Charisma
don or
saving
doff
throw.
armor. So
I don't like that.
Banish
No.
it.
No, don't banish it.
it takes a minute to don and doff armor. So
That's an 8.
That's banishment.
It will be. It would be banished. Go ahead and roll to see if you maintain your spell, because it will use one of its legendary actions, or legendary resistances as well.
What do I need to roll?
Can I have the blue
Again?
thing? Because it has the rules for legendary resistances. Fuck all of that shit.
It's a blue thing.
Du-du-du-du.
So where's my laser pointer?
Need to make a wisdom check or
I
something?
think it may be in Angie's box. I have direction. No, I'm pretty sure it's a spellcasting ability check.
Would that be the same?
Combat.
Is it there? Is that one there?
No, I'd now also just like to know. I'm pretty sure it's in here.
Oh, that's not mine, but
No, that's hers.
I'm pretty sure it's you make a spellcasting ability check, and if you roll equal or higher than the level of the spell you cast, you maintain the spell slot.
Alright.
At least that's what we'll say for now. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I'm pretty sure I
Then
just
I'll
have it
keep
somewhere.
it because I rolled
Alright, so you maintain the spell slot, but
higher.
you burn through one of its legendary actions. It does not disappear. However, you feel it being resisted actively, meaning if your banishment would have worked, it is something it's actively trying to avoid happening. Because it probably would be detrimental to its existence. At least on this plane.
Well,
Well,
to know.
yeah.
Keep trying to banish it.
well, let's go a little bit more.
Want to go in the water?
I can go 10,
Come into the water. It's really
15.
nice.
like there, probably. That's
5, 10, 15. That would get you to 25. Oh, you have 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah.
If we have it, we round up, so you can get there.
Okay. So that's where I'll
Yeah,
get.
join me into the water. It's nice in here.
Yeah.
No, I'm still above, right?
Yeah, you're being grappled by one of the tentacles.
fuck
That was that.
Alright. After George, Angie. Maybe with her mage armor on, feeling safe.
Not in the water, feeling extra safe.
For sure, Angie doesn't have banishment.
Nope.
It's-
Nope, she doesn't.
Pretty sure she could choose it, but she hasn't.
Sure, this thing
She will.
hates getting fired.
Yeah, its job is very important to it.
What's his job?
Yeah.
Protect the lake.
It is the
It's the entire lake. If we kill it, the lake is just like.
No, it just drains immediately.
Yeah.
If you banish it, it's also just a bunch of fish going like.
Oh, damn. We'll do the thingy that does.
6th level magic missile.
Yeah, just magic missile or something. Because honestly, I don't know. This thing's probably like.
You can also try to
fire.
disintegrate it, I guess.
I mean, you also
I
don't.
don't want to use her 6th level spell slot.
No?
You also don't have a 7th
Well, I
level,
do.
right? I mean, you also don't have a 7th level, right? She teleported us here today.
Yes, you don't have a 7th.
I mean, disintegrate be funny.
Yeah. And disintegrate and miss.
I mean, if it
Hit me.
succeeds, it could maybe use another legendary action. If it has
That
one.
is true.
Exactly.
And we need to.
Unfortunately, she doesn't have anything else that triggers.
She'll be joining soon. And you will be joining soon. So
Alright. Well, Angie wouldn't be doing this, but if I play Angie, maybe
you can.
Do it!
I can. So
Disintegrate it.
she'll go
It's the
in
pin.
front of the thing.
5, 10, 15,
And because Angie's
Yeah?
last moment when she saw water, her ID was disintegrate. So this is accurate.
Yeah.
And she goes disintegrate. And I needed to
How
make.
do you want to do this?
Wait, that's a deck save, right?
Disintegrate is a dex save, yes.
Damn, that's ass. Well, she does have an insane DC. So
Disintegrate
maybe
do
it
be
works.
kind of ass, to be fair.
Well, no, it
Oh,
could be good, but this
could
thing
be.
looks like it could have high dex. It failed my dex save against my thingy, but
I mean,
that could
it's
have been
water,
really
so
shit rolling.
Using disintegrate? Or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Dexterity saving throw on its end. That's a 14.
Ooh, that's a fail.
It will resist it.
Okay.
Because that would be detrimental to its health. Being disintegrated.
really.
Yes, it would be. You have to join the channel. Go ahead and roll to see if she maintains it. She has to roll 16. It's a charisma
What?
check.
It's just a charisma check, or is it a spell?
It's charisma.
Then she doesn't.
And she loses the spell slot. In that case, in a second you'll also have to turn on the camera. But
Oh,
we'll
okay.
get to that. Chera,
Yes.
being held up about 5, 6, 7 feet above the water surface by this large tentacle that's beginning to crush you. You see Zira in it look and then disappear.
How did that sound? No. Before.
I'm pretty sure it was that.
No, I wanted the blue.
Oh, there you go. Sorry, I thought you wanted to. What do you want to do? You do then see. You see it kind of like its form begin to shimmer as if it almost disappears, and then you see like this large beam of energy just like almost slam into it.
And just, like forms around it or something like.
Yeah.
I want to punch it, so
Very well.
I'm gonna recklessly punch it.
Recklessly.
Of course.
Daring today, aren't we?
No, not especially.
You went reckless whilst being grappled. Go ahead.
Do you expect anything else?
No.
I was gonna say, is that with advantage? I'm just being grappled.
This would yes be with advantage. You're just grappled, not restrained. First attack.
That's a 17.
Hits.
Great. Do you want me to roll the rest?
Yeah. Roll your magic attack first.
It's 21.
Hits.
Oh,
So far, it has suffered 3 points of damage.
flurry of blows it. A flurry of blows it
Go for it.
for 27
Flurry of blows also hits.
and 28.
Also hits. You notice Flurry of Blows deals less damage than you hope it would. So I need those separate.
Yeah, I figured. That's fair.
Magical gauntlets, however, you begin to... Every time you, like, slam into it, just the water just splashes and you leave this large, like, crater almost in its body that then relatively quickly reforms.
That's pretty cool. So that is 16 flat. 24 points of damage for my 2 normal attacks.
Okay. Oh, that's both attacks, okay.
Yeah, that's for my normal.
Yes.
For my normal attacks, and 21 points of damage from the flurry of
If you
blows.
give them separately, then if we have to have something, you may get a few points of damage from
All
your
right,
action.
so it's 11 points of damage for the first attack,
That would be half to 5.5 or 6.
and the other one is 10 points of damage.
Okay, then it's better to do them separately. Yeah.
Alright.
So 6 and 5 for a total of 11 points of actual damage. As you begin to just slam into this, the body just beginning to spray.
Keep it.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Very well. After Chera, it is the lake's turn. The lake moves around like that. That's pretty good. Yeah. All right. First of all, it's going to try and one of its tentacles is going to try and crush you, Chera.
All right.
Natural 20. That went like 220. Sorry.
That hits.
Legendary resistance.
The legendary resistance.
Die. Where you suffer 10, 20, 29 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 14.
That's what it would have dealt.
So you suffer 14 points of damage.
Okay. That's not too bad.
It will then use another tentacle attack to try and attack George. First attack. That's a fucking another 20. Sorry. I'm not fucking with you. I mean, I am a little bit, but that is 20. But you have good hit points, right? I mean, it's a natural 20, so it's a 30.
No, you said 20.
You suffer.
Join me in the water.
37 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled.
That's cool.
It will use its final tentacle attack. Actually, it's going to move a little more, because it can, because it has long arms. It's going to move here.
When I attack it, can I just attack the arm that's holding me?
That's basically the thing you are attacking.
Yeah, okay.
However, you won't break it.
No. But okay, I can still attack it.
It will make its third tentacle attack against Angie.
Oh.
Because it can reach. That's going to be a 27 to hit. Whereas Angie suffers 19 points of bludgeoning damage and is grappled.
It's not gonna swallow me.
Oh, she's there. Gotta turn her up because we can't hear her.
Jesus.
Is the laptop just
Normal
muted?
Sound.
Yes, the normal sound is muted.
It's also up.
Emma?
Hello.
There we go.
Hey, go ahead and turn the camera on.
Let me show my beautiful face. Oh, it's very, very dark.
Yes, it is.
It's very, very dark. Give me uno moment.
You transfer that? Because in that case, send all that stuff to Vera so she knows. Oh, you wanna go get a thing?
Yeah.
You got it? You need help.
Well.
Okay. After the baddie, actually, that's what it's doing with its tentacle attacks. It can then attempt to drown, and it will attempt to drown Chera. Angie,
Yeah, I
You-
can't see the battle map.
you guys, well, we'll change that in a second. You guys got onto the island, not knowing exactly where to go. You decided to start traveling in a northward direction, where you encountered this large mystical lake that seemed to attract George to it, as his mind is being taken over by the serenity of the place. Zira tried to stop him, which caused George to, instead of being stopped by Zira, fling her into the lake, which caused a large water elemental-like creature to begin to attack your group and attempt to drown some of them.
Am I being drowned?
Yes, you will be.
After
Currently,
swallow.
Chera has been grappled for a little bit, and George and you got grappled this turn.
Yes. I'll write this one in the books as being another swallow. Victory is mine.
Well,
I've
considering...
also been swallowed multiple times now.
I mean, technically, you just like disappear into its body. It's not going through its mouth, but it's the same thing anyway. Yeah, you're right. Chera, when you have the time and effort, roll a strength saving throw, which is luckily something you're good at.
Advantage.
Yes,
Because I'm raging.
because you're very, very angry.
I'm very angry.
Can we
I'm
turn on
very
the webcam?
angry.
The battle cam. She's currently just looking through the laptop. So
Yeah,
you have to switch it to the Logitech.
we are.
Give me a second. That's 23.
23 is a success. You remain where you are, not being drowned at the moment.
I'm not swallowed.
Not yet. After that, though, Zira, it's your turn. All of your friends now all get grappled by the various tentacles of this creature.
Yeah, can I have the 20-foot radius thing?
I don't know where it
It's
is.
just kinky.
It is only kinky when we are grappled, not when Zero is grappled.
Yeah, because she's a child.
She's a minor.
But aren't you an adult
No.
Not yet.
don't have it.
in Cobalt standards? Right?
Nope.
Next year.
I did find it, by the way. Amazing.
Let's go.
Yes,
I don't have the 20 feet circle thing.
Yes.
That's Angie's pen.
I finally have a full power
Aye.
one.
What do you want to do, though?
I wanted to cast Ice Storm,
Okay.
which is a 20-foot radius.
Sphere. Or cube.
Well, it's a 20-foot radius, 40 feet high cylinder.
That's
Okay, what's the point you choose?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
We're gonna have to count it out.
Yeah.
It's 4
Isn't
square.
Isn't it? Ow! Isn't it in my?
No, no, I don't have it. I looked there, but it's not in there.
We lost it, then we found it, then we lost it again.
You look for a point because that's be actually, yeah, 20 by 20 by 20. So find the space where you have to put it.
Yes, 10, 20.
Just hit me if you need to.
Get him!
And she's being taken
I
over.
found it.
Oh, you found it, yay! Because I, of course, want to try my best to not have everyone in it.
Here, I'll move this guy. He is between. That's where he is.
Okay, so this would work perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Now you, that point.
Okay.
And he has to make a dex save.
Well, he's been very good at those.
Well, that's fine.
That is actually an 18.
Let me check.
Is it the saber shot?
That will actually just make it. But then it's still half.
Yes, it is.
Which is still...
26. Can you see it, Angie?
I do see it.
Okay.
Yeah, this is you, by the way.
Oh,
That's
yes, yeah, okay.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 6 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Let's see.
The moment you hit it with cold damage, you notice that it begins to move slower. The damage isn't more than you expect, but it seems to slow it down.
Okay. And also, that area where it's in is now difficult terrain, if that mattered.
It was already difficult terrain.
Well, for the creature, it's now as well.
Because it's like icy?
Yeah.
Sure.
Because there's a storm right now.
What was the
in
point
that
again?
Specific area. This point.
Nice, so from that point. Sure. We'll say, I mean, that's part of what causes it to slow down. That works. That's your turn?
Yes, that's
It's just
my
like...
turn.
George, it's your turn. You're being grappled by this creature, the tentacle crushing you. Painfully.
It's just out of my reach, right?
Yes, there's 5 feet in between the two of you.
I mean,
Bummer.
you're being held by it, so.
Yeah, so I can't move closer. So, charisma save.
Charisma save. That sucks. That is a 11. And it will use...
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. That's a second banishment and a disintegrate. It's
yeah.
legendary resisted.
Well, that costs a spell slot.
That's your turn.
I have not much else I do, but now it's holding. I do that. Can I hold multiple George?
Can it hold multiple torches? There's only one of you.
Yes, but it looks like it is more of me.
Oh.
So I use boots to the duplicate. Yes, agreed.
I agree.
So that's what I do.
Fair.
So there's multiple Georges.
There's like it now looks like there's multiple Georges squished down all next to each other within the tentacle. Sure.
Yeah, which one are you gonna crush?
After George, Angie, it now is your turn. What do you want to do?
I wanted to know if I cast any spells that didn't have an effect on him, or not as much.
Nothing that had no effect so far. You've only cast Disintegrate and Mage Armor so far.
Excuse me? Okay. Sure. Well, I go with, Jesus. Firebolt.
Go for it, make an attack.
Yeah, for now. I'm not prepared for this. Attack. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. There goes my tea almost.
We need the first time.
No.
Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. Chloe just dropped her drink as well. I'm trying to find a way to make this look better. Because can somebody move the pot? Because I'm gonna turn this at 90 degrees because the elemental's kind of like blocking everything from the camera.
There it is now.
There we go. That's much better. What's the attack?
So that's a 29 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
What the fuck?
What?
Why does the water elemental have tits?
Has really big, humongous titties.
Oh no.
I haven't seen. I didn't
yeah, you've
know.
only seen the back of it so
Yeah,
far.
I didn't see that before.
Does it make you uncomfortable?
No, like it's weird.
This
Oh,
was.
Does it make you feel things?
This is a nude beach.
Sexy water.
it's only
Well,
I rolled the wrong die.
let's not over exaggerate now.
It's always wet.
That's a total of
Here's
26
water wet
points
though.
of damage.
water
26 with a fire bolt? Damn, okay.
Water is not wet. Water
That doesn't
makes
deal as
things
much
wet.
damage as you hoped, as it is
Okay.
resistant to fire damage.
Yeah, that's logical. And I cast spiritual weapon.
It is at this point bloodied. The water
Didn't I-
elemental seems to have a harder time keeping its shape. Where do you want it?
Okay.
The 3 damage did really.
Yeah, that really did it.
Like if like
Next to it. How do you say it?
Here?
Yeah, there. No. Yeah, that's also fine. Yeah, that's where I would
somewhere.
tell it. Yes.
okay. After you mean you can make an attack? Go for it.
Yeah. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Stop. Yes, that's a total of 19.
19 hits.
Okay.
How about you be careful instead?
I call it.
Sure.
You call it as you fling it against the camera.
No, that was here.
Yeah, that's the camera.
9 points of
The camera's here.
bludgeoning damage.
Spiritual weapon is
Just be
force
careful.
damage.
Force
Yeah, of
damage.
9 points of force damage. Very well. As I said, it's looking bad for how bad a water elemental can look.
Yeah,
After
I can tell.
Angie,
It's a bad.
Chera, it's your turn. You're being held up by the creature still.
I'll make enhanced reckless attacks against it.
You do have to be within range. Like George, you do have to be able to hit it.
You said I was hitting the thing.
That's like flavor-wise.
Oh. You said that. That's why I asked.
Oh,
No, you do have to be within 5 feet of it. Unless you have something with longer range.
I'll fire them as well then.
Okay.
2 attacks. Or recklessly. 16
16 hits.
and 19.
Also hits.
So 29 points of damage.
Very well. 29. Yikes. That is all magical bludgeoning, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It probably wouldn't be able to take that again.
Alright.
Anything else?
I can't use my bonus action attack to get out of the
No,
grasp, right?
It's an action to try and break free from the
I
grasp.
figured.
Alright,
Somehow.
after Chera, it is the creature's turn. Instead of making any tentacle attacks, it will attempt to drown all 3 of you. I need Angie, Chera, and George all to make a strength saving throw.
Oh no.
Yay!
George, what'd you get?
13.
That is a fail. Chera, what'd you get?
29.
That's a success. Angie, what'd you get?
15?
15. Angie and George, you are both absorbed into the form of the elemental and begin to actively drown. You can last for an amount of rounds equal to your constitution modifier. Before you drop to 0 hit points instantly.
Well,
That is, however, its turn. It will then begin to move, but it's really slow. So this is like, I mean, its movement is reduced, so that helps. So this is 10.
Yes, come closer. No.
Let's see, 10,
Get closer.
20, 30.
Dude, stay there. Wait. I could have made an attack of opportunity against it
40, that's its movement.
when it went out of my reach, but it's fine.
Haha, I can go there. Are you concentrating on the spell, by the way?
no, it's not concentration.
Okay.
No,
in
it's not.
that case, Zira, it's your turn now.
It is my turn.
And George, you're after this.
Okay, let me just count if it's within 60 feet of me, otherwise I have to move a little bit.
It is here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. You are exactly within 60 feet.
Woo! Woo! And since Angie and George are in it, I feel like that should... Well, I haven't mentioned anyway, Cherry's next to us.
Oh, you're gonna attack it? This one?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack it with Ray of Frost to keep it to move slowly. rolled so shitty. That's a 16.
16 still hits.
Woo!
You guys have decent to hits these days.
So 3.
3 damage.
No, it's
Yes.
shit. It's shit though. It's 9 points of cold damage.
That's like
9
3
points
times
of
better
cold.
than 3.
That is true.
It's true.
It's looking really bad, but it could take that again. 9 points of cold damage. Yeah. Okay, anything else?
Well, I feel like it's actively running away.
I mean, with party members inside of it.
Exactly. So I feel like I have to kind of keep up to try to kill it.
We're gonna try and move with.
I will move with, but I will keep a bit of distance
5.
in case it changes its mind and comes towards me again.
20, 30. Get you there. Then comes George's turn. George. What do you want to do? You can try and break free from the...
Cast banishment once more.
or you can
I
cast
do
spells.
that? Do I have vocals, Phil?
It's the same thing. You can do it, but if you start your next turn and you're still not able to breathe, you instantly drop to 0 hit points. Because you lose all of your breath when you cast. But if it's successful, he's gone.
Exactly. So make a charisma saving.
I will say it has a -1.
So the odds are
I'll
very
roll out in the open,
The odds are
so we
pretty
can
shit.
all see whether or not you will drop to 0 hit points.
There's like a
Natural 20.
50%
Natural
chance.
20.
Right?
-1. So I mean, what's your DC?
18.
18, right? So if it rolls a 9, it has to hit a 19 or a 20, so it's a 10% chance.
That's only 10%.
19 or 20 is the only thing that can save
Look.
this creature from being banished.
I
Because
like
it does
my
not have any
odds.
legendaries.
I like those ults as well. I want to.
That's a 5. With that, as you let out all of your air in the incantation of this spell,
I like things.
how do you want to do that?
I just everything goes into George's mouth.
You're just dragging the entire
Like he's just Kirbying this thing.
With that, and a faint popping noise at the end of it, the water rapidly turns once again to its super serene, still lake. But you do, those with keener eyes, notice that it lays a little lower than it did before.
How much?
Roll for
lower?
initiative again, because there's another.
There's
You
more.
don't have to keep doing this until this bitch empty. No.
Can we just start drinking the lake?
I'm afraid you don't have that much stomach.
That's true.
How far was I in the air being held?
Probably like 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
Then you whoa, fall into the water. You're safe.
I'll help Zira. Oh no, wait, you can swim.
I am standing on the water. I
Oh,
am
yeah, that's
Jesus
true.
right now.
Oh right. I counted half movement, but I shouldn't have. But that's fine. You survived anyway. So you take a breath, literally, perhaps, as you are now safe from the elemental.
I run towards.
I drop concentration.
I run towards George.
Okay.
Never throw me in water again.
Look, it seemed. I'm sorry.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
It looked like harmless water to me.
Oh, it wasn't. If you'd listened to the whispers.
There were no whispers, okay?
I will
for
never
me.
once again
They
go into
only
the water.
came when I only started hearing the whispers after I threw Zira.
Right.
I will never once ago go into wild water again.
I told you that the
Only
Leviathan
domesticated water for me.
the Leviathan might be in here.
Well, it wasn't a Leviathan, but still.
It might as well been.
Only domesticated water for me.
Make you see the rack on that thing? Anyway.
Yeah, that was
It's
weird.
gone now.
I'm gonna go
It's banished.
away.
Rain continues to gently fall upon your group as you continue your travel northward.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You begin to continue their travel, and at one point,
The city is in the south, isn't it? We're
Probably-
just gonna travel the entire.
probably an
island.
hour or hour and a half after your initial encounter with the elemental. I'm assuming you guys don't take a short rest.
No.
No. Okay.
I only got hit for 6 hit points.
The grass that you've been walking on, the wild forest, turns to a small path road that merges next to the
Oh my god, civilization.
next to the cliff and seems to continue in a northward direction, or heads somewhat slightly inward in a southeastern direction.
Like at that lake, was there like a temple or something as well?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, just
It might have been.
sorry. You're good. My reaction was not appropriate. You are right. It could have been. There was not.
Okay. Like a sacred.
There were just whispering trees
That was weird.
Yeah.
and an elemental that tried to drown you.
But not the first tree that ever talked, so...
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, well, we found the path, so which way shall we follow it?
So are trees also going to conspire against us, George?
The camera needs to be changed.
No, and why would you ask that?
Because, animals are... And trees can talk too. We've established that.
So, how's a tree going to deliver a message when it can't even move?
It can talk to other trees, who talk to other trees.
Yeah, well, that's too complicated. Okay, that would never work. You'd have to align. You know how the whisper thing goes.
Yeah.
One person whispers something in the air, and then the last person tells a just nonsense story that has nothing to do with the first whisper.
They still talk to people.
Nonsense. Trees
Okay.
talk nonsense. That's.
I mean, those
I
trees.
imagine if they could talk, they speak nonsense.
I mean, the trees that we've talked to were pretty reasonable.
Mr. Eyebrow was very cool indeed.
But wouldn't you agree that perhaps they spoke a tad bit of nonsense as well?
Not really.
A little bit, but like.
But he was the only one that directly talked to me.
Aren't there spells to talk to trees and to birds and etc.?
There are.
Sure are.
Well,
I couldn't really care about that.
why don't you ask the birds directly if they are conspiring against us?
I need to ask something.
Why not? Guess
Curiosity.
when you ask them, also cast Zone of Truth so you know they aren't lying.
That just sounds like something unnecessary to do. Because they lie anyway.
But then they are not capable of lying. That's the whole point
And
of
they
that
just
spell.
won't speak.
Yeah, but
No,
but
they
have
can
you-
lie. You just know. I'm pretty sure.
I don't have that spell.
But have you tried it? You can try it.
No, I have not tried it.
Okay.
And I won't try it.
Alright.
Because it sounds stupid.
Can speak a deliberate lie. So,
Anyway.
do you guys head north
Yeah.
or southeast on this path, or do you not follow the path at all?
We follow the path
specifically-
north, right?
I was asking which way shall we follow the
North.
path?
You guys go north. Very well.
We were
We've
going
been
to
going north. Let's keep going north.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
If we go back, like we could have gone east.
I'd like for somebody to roll a d6.
I rolled now.
To begin. As you begin to head north,
Rocks fall. Everyone.
everybody dies. Now, cliff breaks, everybody falls into the water. Everybody dies.
Koi eats everyone.
Who is keeping an eye out?
I'll
Who
keep-
are keeping an eye out? Can be two people.
I'll be keeping an eye out.
Make a perception
keep
check.
an eye out.
Make a perception check.
I will never keep my
DC is a little higher thanks to the shitty weather. But what'd you get?
I don't have eyes.
11.
Okay. Good to know, Angie.
Very ominous.
11?
11.
I
Oh no,
rolled
wait.
really
No,
shit,
11.
and yet I have better than you.
I rolled really shit as well.
But you had got
15.
11?
Yeah.
50. Alright. You don't really spot anything
I rolled
concrete
a
before
4.
you do with some
5.
certainty. Ahead of you, in the rain, you see a small procession of humanoids. It seems to be a group of 5. 4 seem to be wearing robes, their hands stuck in their sleeves, wearing a hood over their heads, and a pretty large, somewhat decorated mask.
ambush them and steal their clothes.
Following with them is, for those 4 people that look like that, there's a single individual wearing this very ornate looking splint armor with a widened helmet with a crest on it and a face mask on top of that as well.
That's
Like
not
that's
armor,
the samurai armor.
Samurai armor.
Yeah.
It's a weeb.
They're weak.
Let's ambush them and steal their
Their
clothes.
eyes are really big.
You seem to have spotted them before they've spotted you. What do you guys want to do?
There's a moment. It's the cue. We do the thing.
Oh, okay, here's the bone.
Wait, what?
That destroys the boat. Nobody can use it anymore.
Gross.
Cast disguise self.
I
It's
cast
in the
disguise
bone. You don't have to break the bone.
You guess disguise. You all cast disguise selling yourselves using the bone.
Yeah.
Well, I don't use the bone. I will use the spell slots because then we have more. Then they have more time to
Sure.
get them more.
Did I miss something?
Angie, instead of the Invisibone making you invisible, the bone now that Zira has the item. Now, instead of allowing you to cast invisibility, allows you to cast disguise self, which would allow the party to turn into hobgoblins and not be as obviously, not hobgoblin.
Hello, fellow hobgoblins.
While you're on this island that should, to all people's knowledge, only house hobgoblins.
Okay.
But I'm the only one who can speak goblin, so I will have to be the speaker of the group.
It's true.
Just in common. Hello, fellow
Unless
hobgoblins.
somebody casts like tongues or something.
I'm
Um,
a goblin just like you, eh? What
but-
fucking-
George, being the first one to do it, what does your hobgoblin look like?
How do hobgoblins look like?
It's just a picture. I'm gonna ask all of you.
I've seen hobgoblins once before, so I will be a carbon copy of the
One of those.
hobgoblin
Sure.
that I saw in that bar.
Okay. 2 years ago.
At least a bad remembrance of it.
Very well. Chara, what does your hobgoblin look like?
Let me look at the hobgoblins.
Hey, Zira, what does your hobgoblin look like?
I kind of look like the one George's, but obviously the child's version.
Yes.
Okay. That's not the one. Andrew,
hobgoblin.
what does your hobgoblin look like?
I'm gonna be the hobgoblin. From Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the green goblin.
No idea.
Nope, the hobgoblin is it.
Hobgoblin.
1 second. Angie, what did you say? What does your hobgoblin look like?
Like a hobgoblin. No, probably. I don't know. Red.
Alright. We'll say your hobgoblin looks like George's one, but the female version.
Yes.
I'll also have like a smaller
There's a green goblin.
hobgoblin that is like. I mean, do they all come in red?
Most of them are some shade of red or orange.
in red and like wrapped in robe. I'm wrapped in robes anyway, so I'm like a
So
desert.
basically, if
hobgoblin.
you were a hobgoblin.
Yeah, basically
Sure.
a bit darker shade of red
Sure.
because I'm black.
You allow these individuals to just approach you? As
Hello, fellow hobgoblins.
If I cast
Do you
tongues,
comment?
which I don't have,
I will.
but if I
Kind of.
had
You'll
cast,
shut up.
would
Sure.
that work?
For what?
Would it be like obviously not speaking their language, but like translated or?
No, tongues would allow you to speak their language.
Yeah.
Yet you don't have
I
that.
don't have
currently. So they seem to approach you, not necessarily paying you any mind, as you're just another group of travelers. They're just making their way in the opposite direction. Do you initiate anything, or do you just let them pass? They don't seem to pay you any mind, which means your disguises do work to at least some extent.
I'll translate how you say hello in Goblin to George. Because he directly asked me.
As we walk by, I will say hello in Goblin.
Make an intelligence check,
What?
just for my entertainment.
Hello, fellow hobgoblins and goblins.
17.
17 throw. As you pass them up, you say hello to them. The one in the armor kind of like turns, and you hear the rattling of the pieces of plate that kind of caress each other as he turns his head towards you. The other 4 don't. He simply responds, "Hello," and then continues in Goblin, which you do not understand. I mean, he says the same word that you said back to you.
Charlie, what up?
It was like hello and then a wink, and
He does not wink at you.
He's wearing a a mask. How would we know?
There are eye holes in it, so like if you look specifically for the eyes, you do see it's not winking.
Wait, it's him?
Yeah, you see. Unless you do anything else, they will continue on their procession, passing you up on the. You guys are like on the forest side; they're on the cliff side.
Man, the female hobgoblins.
I think that was a male.
They were all wearing masks and robes, and one was wearing armor.
Yeah, but the hobgoblins are just ugly.
You guys just let them pass on.
I mean,
What
I'm not gonna.
I'm gonna attack him.
No. I mean,
We
if
can't
that's the extent of your conversation.
Is there anything? Well, I can't speak goblin.
Oh,
Is
there it goes.
we
Maybe
could-
that is the extent of the conversation.
We could ask them where the city is.
Like in
You
Goblin.
don't know about any city.
In Goblin, hello, fellow hobgoblin.
Yeah, that's what I
speak
wanted to
Common,
do.
right? Because Goblin is such a dumb language, huh? Right?
You speak common towards them?
No,
Okay.
but I
Fine.
do want to look at if they have anything of like recognizable insignias. You know, looking for that.
Make a perception check.
Yeah,
Looking for that.
can I check them out as well?
Oh.
30.
30? I don't think your roll's gonna matter.
Yeah, no, never mind.
They do seem to be wearing insignia, especially the ones, not the armored one, but the ones in the robe seem to be wearing some kind of holy symbol. Though the clergy to which they belong is unknown to you. Actually, make a religion check. It would have to be really high.
Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah.
Yeah.
That would be 22.
You do not recognize the symbol they wear, but you recognize it as being a holy symbol of some sort. Specifically, no insignia that bear any resemblance to the description Isaac gave you.
Go walk up to them, like, tell them, ask them where they're from or something.
Sure.
I mean, they already passed.
Yeah,
That's why it's like she goes like, oh,
catch up to them.
when you're a child, you can do something reckless.
Sure, all will act very childish.
You already
to. Okay, I'll run up to them,
Okay.
and then
So you kind of like have to catch up. There's like the four monks are in the back and the warriors up front.
yes.
I'm like, excuse me. Hi, where did you get a rope? I want a rope as well, like just like the one you have. How can I get one? How do I get one? Did they make them for you? Can I buy them? Tell me all about that rope. Also, you have a very cool mask. Tell me everything about your mask as well. Where are you going? I want to know. I want to go with you.
I just spew a lot of questions towards them.
Initially, they turn, especially the monks kind of like turn their head to you. The warrior kind of like stops and turns around. You're blurting all this stuff towards them. They don't really have a chance to respond to anything. Before you finish, the armored one looks back at your group in the distance and calls out in a language you don't understand, whereas you understand them as saying, "Can you take care of your child? We have somewhere to be."
George will be like, he'll know that they're gonna ask something relevant to Chelsea. Oh, and then start walking towards him, and like, choop, choop, nope.
You see the one, like, the warrior kind of like look back at his companions. The companions confused. One of the companions kind of kneeled down to you and pulled from a side pouch a similar amulet that they're carrying. Hands it to you.
Oh, choop choop poop.
Choop, choop.
And it explains and it tells you. Let me find it real quick. Jesus.
Oh,
He hands you the little holy symbol and tells you, if the church of Bargiviek rises again, join us and you will be granted such a robe and mask if you dedicate yourself.
This is so cool. Thank you so very much.
Take care, little one. Kind of taps you on the shoulders, they get back up.
yeah, whoa.
George will just sort of walk in. They take him.
Like, so, some of the monks kind of like bow back at you. Like, you're a little confused.
Arigato gozaimasu.
You hear the warrior going, "Have a good day," before then turning around again.
You're like, goodbye, incoming. He'll turn around.
The heads all kind of turn back.
Start walking through.
Make a charisma check.
Fuck.
This would be like, it was either performance or deception. It's your choice. You rolled really high, right?
Natural 20.
They just brush it off as probably not having heard you, right? As they kind of like look at each other confusingly before then
Muscle in
continuing.
the wind.
You were blurting some other nonsense as well.
Choop, arigato, and goodbye.
Arigato gozaimasu.
You got real close to fucking have your cover there.
Good. You learned something?
I got this insignia of the church, and the name of the church, which was
So where is it?
something I don't know off the top of my head because I'm bad
If
with
the,
words.
if the church or Bar Gruvjek rises again, join us there. And that's why you can get one of those robes and masks.
Barkivierek.
They just
Bar
try to
Gruvjek.
push their religion onto you.
Basically.
Church!
Yes.
You did it to every person we ever meet.
Yeah, that's also
Right. But hear me out. More than doesn't have to rise again, okay? It's already up there.
Well, they gave us
Take
this.
some more than symbol. Take this.
I'll put it on my collection of more.
How many do you have with you?
One of you has a whole sack of
Take
holy.
your hand as well. Take this.
I have a specific a pocket in my backpack that's just where I put all the holy symbols I ever get.
Sure.
And Moradin is overwhelmingly the most I have, because you just give me one
Do you guys
every time I mention another religion.
do you guys continue north?
Yes.
Very well. As the procession disappears over the horizon behind you, you continue your trek north. That's where we're going to take a short break. So, grab a drink, go to the bathroom. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for us. No time for you guys.
You lucky bastards.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of episode 106 of Unravel. We're going to pick it up as the party just fought a large water monster in the lake. Bottle of water.
A voluptuous water monster.
Very.
And encountered a small procession of hobgoblins. At one point, the rain begins to die down as the sun sets over the horizon to your... this would be your left. It's a very pretty sight. You will have to set camp for the night. Unless you wish to push through the night. Maybe I said it a little bit too spookily. Unless you want to push through the night.
I like the spooky version better. That was more enticing to do
Well,
it.
which one are you gonna do? Set up camp?
Let's
We're
keep
not
walking.
familiar with this place.
Let's
Don't
keep
know where
walking.
we're going.
Let's
Yes.
keep walking.
Why?
I don't know how fucking long we still have to walk.
Yes. Fair. However, we also don't know if we're walking the right way.
That is fair. We have no clue.
Exactly. So, the rest, we have more options to get away if things go wrong.
I mean, if things go wrong, it's better if we're already on our feet, technically.
You have to explain what you mean with that.
If we're resting, we're kind of unconscious, aren't we? So we can be surprised.
That's why there's this thing called keeping watch.
Yes, but like, we know how that goes sometimes.
Well, we'll be extra vigilant.
Sure, I don't mind. We can set up tents here.
All I'm saying is, we don't know how long we'll be walking.
That's
We're gonna
fair.
have to walk another week. We can't walk through every night.
If we're gonna walk another week, we better just teleport back, because I think Elkid is just dead.
Yeah.
Probably.
Most likely. I should probably send him a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, You send him a message.
It's also-
I'll get the tea started.
It's also been a bit over a week since you scried on him.
No.
Yes. You send him a message and then you scried on him the same day. That's why you knew to go to Dunjaga, and then you guys haven't contacted him since.
That hasn't been a week, right?
Yeah, because you guys traveled a week
Oh,
on the boat.
Well,
Tomorrow morning, send him a message that we arrived on Dunjaga.
Yes, tomorrow morning.
Let's just
tomorrow
do that.
morning.
Do that
Because then it
tonight.
makes then he doesn't think we wasted an entire day looking for him. You can say like we just arrived.
Oh,
just don't
yeah.
say we've been here the entire day
wouldn't
already.
want him thinking we're not. We don't know where he is now, right? We wouldn't want him-
Exactly.
We're gonna gaslight him. Because that's exactly the moment to gaslight him.
Yes,
When he's
Galkin, we
in-
know exactly where you are. Don't worry about it.
I feel like we should be open and honest and say
Yes, we should. If he
we're
knows
looking.
anything,
We're on Dunjaga. We're looking for you. It
exactly.
might take a while.
If he
Stay
knows
alive.
anything, I want to know. Okay.
George at night, you up?
Hey. Oh. Hey, mama. Let me
Hey.
whisper in your ear.
You up?
How many third level spells does he have?
Don't hear me.
It's the entire lyrics.
Hey, pretty mama.
It's Elkian, right?
Galkin, right?
Elkian. It's me. George Whalen Jr. of the Soul Forge. We have arrived at Jaga.
That's just one word. Dunjaga.
And we have no idea where you are. Hint, please.
The message started out so confident, and then just.
You did the introduction and using half of the message, like, oh, the door of the Horse. We have no idea where you are.
Confidence plummeted.
You're at Dinjaga, right?
You don't hear a message, but a little bit of time passes. He responds. Hey, George Whalen Jr. of the Soul Forge. My name is Elkian of Illinois.
Cuts off there. Sorry, could you repeat what you said?
He responds. Well, good to hear you're here. Took you long enough.
Fuck you.
It's a big ass fish.
He goes, my cell is of stone. I can hear the ocean. I can see the sunset.
Give me a riddle.
That's not a riddle. That's 25 words worth of message.
It's code language, I think.
What?
He speaks thiefskins, right?
We saw the sunset, right?
Yes, the sunset's to your. If you're walking the path north, to your left.
Guess what?
Well,
If we are in the other mainland, we also see the sunset.
If you're heading in the other direction.
I just
But I know
spit out
what
my
you
cup
mean.
of tea. It's
NG,
like-
you're muted, by the way. We can't hear you.
I just
Okay.
spit out my cup of tea. Like, what?
It was just to know if we're going in the right direction, mate.
Oh, God.
Well, he heard the ocean and he sees the sunset, which honestly gives us shit for fucking knowledge where he is.
No,
It means.
he is.
It means the window of his cell is in the fucking direction of the sunset. Right?
Yeah, but also because the ocean, so he's.
He's not
Not-
in the
He's
in
not
the middle of the land.
inland.
Yeah,
Well, no, we have boats.
yeah, but like that.
Not that weird. That's a good hint, I'll agree.
And if he sees the sunset, he must be on this side of the island, right?
Yeah, we're on the right side of the island.
Well,
Technically on the left side.
I'm not sure if we're on the right side.
Or we're on a side that is also facing the sunset.
What if it's like slightly that way and we walk past it and now we're gonna walk the entire shoreline?
Yo, yeah, that would suck.
Exactly. Exactly.
Let's
Gladly
hope
agree.
we're going the right way then. I don't know what you want me to say.
To be fair, if his cell's on the top of a tower with windows all around, you can see in every direction.
I'm gonna send another one.
Okay. Hey, Elkin, okay.
Your little gives us very little. That rhyme. To go on. You got more windows, you got a view, see any foliage,
Where's left?
any landmarks you see.
Any landmarks at the end? Alright. He goes,
The sigh is one word.
Look, George Wayland Jr. of the Soul Forge.
he responds, which is a good thing. However, he goes, we did not venture far from the ship. I have not seen any foliage or heard we did not travel around much.
You know what?
I feel like we're going the right way. That's all
So
I'm
he
gonna
said-
I hope he
Two
has enough
things.
spell slots.
Hmm?
I hope he has enough spell slots.
So he's telling me vague things. Because he doesn't know.
I mean, that
And he
makes
has
sense.
25 words.
You know, let's just get captured. We'll go to the cell. Break out.
Wow, let's just get captured. And then what?
You'll break out of the cell with Elkian.
Yes. Break out of the cell. Because they're gonna put us conveniently in the same cell as Alkian.
No,
Because
no.
the same people that have caught Elkian have caught us, not other people. Right?
I mean, if he says it's made of stone, it's on the island, so...
Wow. There's only stone on this island. That's all. Why are you guys saying like the sunset and the stone is somehow unique to this island?
It's not unique to this island,
It's not,
but like...
but it tells us the direction
Yeah.
where he is.
The stone certainly doesn't.
It just means it's on a building and on the island. It's
Yes,
not
I know.
specifically that group that caught him and it keeps him in their ship. So if we just get caught...
I feel like it's probably specifically that group, though, right?
Yeah, but... Why... If he made such a mess for the hobgoblins, wouldn't he be captured and put in like a special cell?
I feel the cell.
Not specifically of that crew, but like... Wouldn't he have pissed off the entire hobgoblin race? If we get caught, we
racist.
I don't know if all hobgoblins are friends of each other. But let's assume they're all friends.
no, let's
Just like we are all friends always.
if we made a it's probably like their legal code has like captured him and put him in a cell.
Yeah, the
You know
stone
what?
cell
You
just
clearly know
implies
them better
he's
than
not,
I do.
he's not
Mhm.
being held on a boat.
Yeah.
That's all it implies.
Yep.
And hearing the ocean and seeing the sunset implies that he's on this side of the island.
Somewhere.
Near the ocean, yeah.
But how else would you want to get close to Elkian?
Well, let's first even get to a building.
Yes.
Can we agree on that? Can
Yes.
we fundamentally agree that we don't just get caught by random hobgoblins that wander to this
No,
island?
I mean, go to the city or
Yes.
a village or whatever the fuck they have here, then get captured.
The only thing that signifies any knowledge of any kind of location on this island that's named, as far as you're aware, I'm pretty sure, is the signature on the Jethwin axe you have. I don't know who holds that, but
I have it.
You do?
I should have it.
Well, it's speaking to you.
I don't think we got a card for
No,
that.
it's not because it's not a magic item.
So,
Oh.
but
It should
I
be in
have
somebody's
it.
loot
I have it in my list
somewhere.
I have it.
That's
one
the
of
only
the
thing
ones
that has
that-
any kind of location on it. As far as you're aware, you don't know about any cities except for that kind of is any kind of hint to there being civilization.
I mean, there's stone buildings, so there is like a city or like a village or something of the like, right?
I agree with that.
If we go there and get captured, we get closer to Alkian than if we
See, this is where we split.
like how do you want to get into a prison complex?
I remember the spell I have, which locates the exact direction. If we, let's say, find the place I cast it, we figured out if he's even there,
Yes,
and we go from there.
Okay.
fine.
Because we don't have to get captured. We might have other options we have not yet explored.
Probably.
Amazing.
Well,
Let's continue. Wait, we're sleeping.
Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
I'll take second.
I'll take third.
Go ahead and roll perception for
Third.
first watch.
Take a third.
You take turds.
I take all the dirts.
My turds.
What'd you get? I'm assuming you guys can't. Where did you guys set up camp right next to the road or
On the road.
on the road?
Obviously. I put my tent.
Well,
over
that
the-
is a question
No!
that must be answered.
We'll go in the ocean.
No, we'll put up the tents sort of close-ish to the road, but not directly
Like a
next
giant
to
bonfire.
it. And, you
Like, you need a passive perception of 20 to immediately to slightly spot the camp from the road and actively look for it to see the camp.
know, George will
I
just
think
Close
the
enough
to
DM
give the fire.
decides that.
George will just sort of
Would
make it
the camp, would our
goblin-like.
camp fit under the rod?
Not if we put up tents.
The dome?
Yeah,
You still have the wooden dome thing?
yeah.
Your tents wouldn't, but you would also not have the need for a tent if you set that thing up. However,
I'm gonna set. That's my tent now.
well, the thing is, it closes it off completely, so you can't enter or exit in the meantime.
Yeah, I'd like to see things.
Unless you cut a hole in it, sure.
I'm just gonna set up my tent away from the road.
Sure, then I do not do that, I guess.
I mean, is it better? That's the question. Is it better to keep watch or to be inside the dome?
I mean, you can cut a hole in the dome.
Hmm?
You can cut a hole in the dome.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
the
but
dome
then
doesn't really.
the dome would be broken.
No, the dome stays up, just it has less hit points if it's... Because you cut a piece out of it.
Yes, but
Yeah,
like,
but then
then
it
you
will
have
always have less hit points.
then you have a problem like tanks have. You only have limited vision.
But you are in the dome.
I guess. I'll take my chances.
The problem with the dome right now is because we're near a road that might be traveled to. If they see it and like, that's
Like I
strange,
said,
and they
we're
just
not gonna
keep
use
waiting
it
until
up
it
there.
disappears and then boom, we're immediately cut.
Yes, that's what I would do if I see it down.
You wouldn't be like,
It's strict. Just
Fuck
not
that
everyone does this weird ass dome. Let's look at it. That's what
"Hey,
I would
guys,
do.
look,
So you don't set up camp under the dome.
Yeah.
Do you have a fire?
small. I'll have a small fire.
No,
But
Let's
I'll
make
put-
our camp look like a hobgoblin camp.
How do you do that?
How do we do? What is a hobgoblin camp?
Their tents are probably red.
Yes, because
You
your
have
tent
red
is
dye.
skin colored.
Do you have red dye? That's the first question. Second
No, but
question.
they're communists.
How do you know that they're
Okay.
communists?
Jared, what did you roll for perception? Goddamn.
I rolled a 26.
26. Alright, you keep an eye out. Every now and again, you can spot the fish coming by. Every
Like I keep a very, very small fire. I like bury a hole
okay.
and then have like a concealed fire.
You do spot the fish once during your watch. However, aside from that and the general sounds of the forest, of birds and whatnot, nothing happens during your watch.
Alright,
Turn for you a second.
I kick George away.
George.
Duke.
Perception.
Wake up.
Did they not see the tents because I made them slightly red?
No, they didn't see the tents.
Maybe they're like bulls. And
But
they
the
see
birds did see the tent.
Somebody knocks on your tent. Hello, I am also communist. Good to see you're part of our group.
Ah, yes, fellow communist.
Ah, fellow hobgoblins, I see you got yourself a nice tent.
Oh, you're not hungry.
I will say to George that the birds have certainly kept an eye out. And then I go.
What's
to
your
sleep.
perception?
19.
19.
I put the fire out, by the way. When
I
go to
will.
sleep.
Well, unless I see anything, actually.
Are loud this evening.
Very loud.
What did you want to do?
I'll ask Moradin for a favor.
Okay.
A week has passed, so certainly I can't
Yes.
do it again.
Because you did it when you first found the ship, pretty sure.
Could ask
Favor?
him.
That's cool.
Wanders off to the birds for a moment, and then he's like, no. It's irrelevant.
Chirp, chirp,
Try to find
chirp.
Chirp.
Elkie.
Bird sounds.
Bird sounds.
Birds.png or .mp3.
I'm gonna look it up, bird.mp3.
Please don't. Alright, go ahead and roll. So you're asking to find Elkian, locate Elkian, show Elkian.
Locate Elkie.
Okay.
So that
You just hear her voice. I have. That's it.
Yes, because Moradin is like a fucking genius.
No, go ahead
I
and roll.
have spotted LB.
That'd be funny as fuck though.
Ah,
I have.
99. As I'm level
Close.
100 cleric. Sorry.
No, but you can attempt again tomorrow. Or when you wake up. When the
Moradin is like, I'm not gonna even listen to that.
Irrelevant.
During
Speak
your
of the birds.
your watch goes by relatively uneventfully. At which point you wake up Zira, and Zira, I need you to make a perception check.
Can I let my dragon do it? Because I always do it when I take watch.
If you want to be that obvious.
Hmm?
Have your mechanical dragon be the first thing others would encounter.
Yes. Because my dragon has better perception.
Sure. It's also very common here. Hmm? What'd you get?
Nee, hij is weggegaan.
What did you have?
Volgens mij had ik een 5 gerold, dus er zou een
Niks.
15 zijn. Maar dat durf ik niet met zekerheid te zeggen, want je zei het. En ik wou hem naar voren schuiven, toen rolde ik een per ongeluk. Dus ik weet het niet zeker, is nu...
Go ahead and reroll then.
Wel, nu heb ik een 10 gerold, dus als ik een 5 of een 15, ik weet niet, ik dacht dat ik een 5 zag. Maar nu is het een 20 geworden, want hij heeft
So you
dubbel...
roll 20?
Ja, ik heb nu een 30-20.
Alright, cool. Anybody who don't speak Dutch doesn't understand that. That's okay.
I'm sorry.
I was
Just,
wondering if you were going to realize.
I got
Alright, what's your
sighted.
total with the bird?
20
20. Okay.
with the dragon.
Your dragon flies around,
Chirp, chirp.
who playing bird.mp3 sounds. Your watch also goes by uneventfully. The sun rises again over the horizon, past the foliage, on the other side of the island. I need somebody to roll a d6 for the weather. And don't roll bad.
20.
That is bad. 5?
Storm.
What isn't bad, then?
Everything. Snowing. So, as the sun begins to rise in the distance, the snowfall begins to take.
I zip up the tent, it's just snow.
No, it's not that bad. It's just like, it doesn't even stay. Like, it just kind of falls and then.
Oh, it's like wet. Oh, that's the
It's
worst.
wet, yeah.
You see George like see the snow, just the hair starts growing, he like puts it.
Jesus.
It's really good actually. This thing.
I shake my man.
You could have just gotten
Feels
the
like
scarf.
it can use more spells. It has more spells now. Oh well,
Oh,
it's
wait.
charges.
What do you guys wish to do this morning before leaving? if
George
any?
sets up again the little prayer like, all right, you didn't listen the last time.
I have.
Oh, you're gonna pray
Show
tomorrow.
me the way to Elkian.
Big old like arrow. Like, doo, 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 doo.
It's like a
Only
quest
George
marker.
can see that
The
arrow.
quest marker pops up.
44.
You are level 44.
As a level 100 wizard.
Is there anything else you would like to try? Except for
Well, I would
divine
like to ask
intervention.
the birds.
I do love how you had a 99 and a 44.
That means next I will get a 22, which is still too high.
Will you? Is 44 half of 99? Why would you get 22 next?
Well, an 11
I'm pretty
next
sure that's
time.
not how probability works.
That's how it works.
But is there anything any of you wish to do before leaving?
Uh,
Well, specifically, as in, like, if there's anything else you want to do to try and find Elkie.
distributing my treats, but no.
I can't do that kind of magic.
George, you're not going to expend any more spell slots at the beginning of this day?
No.
Okay. In that case, as you guys continue your travel north, I'm assuming,
Yes.
I would like for one of you to roll a d6. See what you will encounter, if anything. Who's going to roll?
I'll do it then.
Right.
That's a 3.
3.
Everyone gets 5 temporary hit points.
Cool.
Woo!
0.
I rolled combat.
Who's up front?
Go George, I guess.
I would like for one of you to make a perception check, or both of you.
Okay.
That's good.
Don't get
That's
away from
good.
me.
That's a good roll.
Yes.
That's not awful.
What did you get?
28.
28.
Lower. 22.
Okay. Well, both high enough. Both of you here begin to hear in the distance, off to your right,
Sure.
into the forest.
Sure.
You hear a goblin voice speak out. A higher toned voice, probably either a young woman or child.
Finally got
You can't tell what they're saying. You, on the other hand,
No.
yeah. You, on the other hand, hear a childlike or young woman's voice
They are the
calling out from the forest, going, "Help! Help! I need someone's help!"
Someone needs our help.
This will be it. Cautious.
Okay, sure. Become your hobgoblin form first.
Okay. And I'll cast tongues as well.
Okay. At which point,
Prepare.
the perpetual calling you begin to hear now. So, help! Help! Someone help!
We're coming!
You say in common.
Alright, so all of you turn back into hobgoblins.
Goblin
And
mode,
you head-
activate!
You head off of the road into the forest.
Walk a
How
little
would you
bit.
like to approach this, if in any special manner?
I'll just run like a heroic person.
Right.
You run like this, not a Naruto run.
No, I'm not that cultured.
You all head into the forest, and maybe some 100, 200 feet off the road, you find this like 30-foot diameter crater that goes down about 10 feet. Very much at the very bottom of it, you see a small red-skinned arm kind of like flailing up, and you hear the voice
Don't
coming from
worry.
there, somewhat muffled, going, "Help! Help!"
I jump in.
Stop flailing! We're gonna help you!
I jump in.
You jump in?
Yeah.
Right, you kind of like slide down. You
Try to slide to the
you see that a lot of this dirt is older, like it's set. It's not like it's recently been disturbed, aside from right around where the arm is, and there's a lot of leaves as well that kind of just like scatter the air.
I'll slide to the middle. Try
At this point, you do realize it would be considered a child's arm that's flailing.
I slide to the middle and try to grab the child. Oh shit, that's their arm.
You're like me, kid.
you grab the arm.
I grab the arm.
Okay, I would like for you to make a strength check, athletics.
That's a 25.
20. You begin
25.
25. You begin to pull, and you feel you notice the dirt kind of begin to move, but there is a not you didn't expect this much, but there's a large amount of resistance, more than what you would
How
expect
heavy
from
do you
pulling
weigh,
something
child?
out of the earth like this. Either they're very deep under.
Fucking
You're not
fat
exactly
child.
sure. Do you continue to pull?
I continue to pull it.
Make another
How
check.
heavy is this fucking child?
George will like sort of rumble down to try and help eventually. But not yet.
Go ahead and make a athletics check. Okay.
With advantage?
No, because
George?
I'm
No,
not there
not
yet.
yet.
Oh, you're. Get a range.
No, not anymore.
Damn it.
What'd you get?
An 11. A natural 1.
The arm kind of like slips from you, but
Oh,
you see
fuck.
the ground being like bulged up from your previous pull. The hand kind of like sinks further into the ground, where you see only a few fingers sticking up now. You see like barely like another hand kind of like come next to it, like a similar-ish hand, kind of like in this shape.
Can
I
I
quickly-
grab the hand and cinder step out of it?
How?
You're not down there.
You have to go down first.
I can go down there.
Do you want to wait for Angie to?
I'm
Well,
grabbing
no,
the
we're
arm.
like sort of.
Alright,
I'll grab
the two of
one,
you are trying first. Okay.
You'll grab another arm.
Alright,
and we'll
both of you
throw-
make athletics checks, please.
We can do this.
Come on, baby, don't be a 1.
I can't do this.
What'd you get?
7.
7?
12.
12.
It wasn't a 1, it was a 2.
Pulling is not going to help any further than where you are now. You'll either have
How
to
fucking heavy.
you'll have to
Child.
find some other way of getting this person
I'll,
out.
I'll climb downstairs. Downstairs. I'm climbing down.
Okay.
I'm going down, trying to grab onto the child.
You see like the tips of fingers sticking out as it's kind of like trying to push the earth away.
I'll tell George and Chara to go back. And
What about the
I'll-
child?
What about the child?
Yeah, like, you can only hear the very faint muffled voice at this
I'll
point.
cinder step.
Okay.
And I
Can you cinder
believe I
step
can
with someone?
take someone with me.
You
When
can.
I do that.
That is a reskinned thunderstep.
Misty step.
Do they have to be the same size as you?
It's not Misty Step.
It's a reskinned thunderstep.
Thunder step, yeah.
Let's see. A creature of your size or smaller. Okay. You grab these fingers and you attempt to cast Cinder Step. And though you feel willingness from the other creature to come with you,
It's bigger than me.
yeah, it's you notice that it's too large for you to be able to teleport with.
Just teleport.
You want to go back and use 7th level teleport?
Don't do that. Don't
No.
do that.
That's the only other thing I can think of.
Oh,
I can do.
I'm gonna rage. I'm getting this.
Pulling is not going to help much anymore. You'll have to find some other way.
Can I bury? Can
Dig?
Try to dig.
Sure,
out
you can try and dig. Go ahead and make an athletics check.
I'm raging as well.
That'll work.
Natural 20
Okay,
for 30.
as Char begins to rage dig
God
into the
fucking
hole,
damn it! It's fucking.
you
shitty
begin,
ass-
the hands begin to become more free, and they kind of like grab on either side of the dirt that you're trying to remove, and you also begin to see like a faint reddish yellow glow. As in your quick rage dig, you uncover with a single like large swipe this like sliver in the earth beneath you of glowing light, from which these two hands are like kind of pushed. And as you kind of open up the space, the crack begins to grow slightly wider, and these hands, these small little childlike hands, grow in size to at least the same size as you, by kind of being this larger, like strong man's hand with these like the nails that used to be like small and humanoids turning into this like sharp claw-like things as they kind of begin to push, and the arm begins to grow thicker and wider as the earth begins to open. It is very reminiscent of something you have seen not but a month ago back in Illinois, as this hole begins to open in the ground.
Yeah.
No. Way.
No.
I could have figured
What you need to do
Stop digging.
as as you
getting this bitch
as you
out.
notice what this is, you begin to hear the cry for help turn into this shift language from goblin to you, very familiar in an abyssal voice, as they go, "Let me out, open this," as it begins to open.
Open rope.
Before you need to succeed on a skill check, 4 successes before 4 failures. If you succeed, if you fail, this creature will be, will possibly be released. If you succeed, however, you close the hole completely and forever.
Start digging back again.
I was going to kick it, but like, yeah, that works too.
What do you guys want to do?
Can I fill up the hole back?
Sure. That would just be an athletics check the other way. One second.
I'm still raging, but
I mean, you have been attacked or attacked anything, really.
I guess. Am I
So
still?
for a separate check, you would have to rage again.
Fine, fuck it. I'm
Uh,
still angry.
I'll give you the DC in a second. So go ahead and rage dig. I'll say
I did.
will be a DC 18 because you're filling up this abyssal portal that's opening up beneath your feet.
That's an 18.
18, very well. That's just a success in that case.
Luckily, I have a plus 10.
You begin to kind of like fill up the hole again, and you see the claws kind of being pushed back. That's one successful step towards closing this.
Scare it with persuaded back?
I
Like, yeah.
I also like.
No, you don't want to do that. I think.
Okay, I'll tell you this.
It's
You can try to persuade it back, but the DC will be a 21. Or you can try to intimidate it, in which case the DC will be a 17.
Then I intimidate.
Considering this creature isn't as easily persuaded as it would be intimidated. However, if your intimidation fails, you can always try persuasion later.
I'll intimidate first.
Go for it.
Natural 20.
Could have just persuaded it.
You could have just persuaded it.
Hey, this is the wrong place. I know what you're doing.
As Angie's booming voice, Angie's voice kind of begins to be taken over by this like larger, almost echoing voice as she channels the power of the Phoenix Heart, possibly scaring this demon back into the portal that he once came from. It's one step closer. You guys have 2 successes, no failures yet. Does anybody else have something?
Can I use the power of God?
Can he use the power of God in anime?
I'll say, if you want to just use, I'll allow you to, okay, what are you suggesting you use? What skill or ability or thing?
Well, for skill, that would probably be a religion if I'd have to take a guess. I don't know.
That could work. However, I think it would be more appropriate if you could use wisdom, considering wisdom works. Are you proficient in religion?
Yes.
Okay. You can use religion using your wisdom, and I'll allow you to give yourself a bonus equal to a level of a spell that you're willing to burn. So if you're willing to burn like a first level spell slot, you get a +1 to your roll overall. And I'll set the DC. I'll set the DC at an 18 as well.
Well,
And did
I feel
her
like
intimidation work?
the appropriate
Natural 20.
spell would be banishment for this.
Banishment would be appropriate. So 4th level. So your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom bonus plus 4.
It's a plus
Actually
14.
roll one.
Oh, I'm glad it's a +14.
What'd you get?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yes.
So you rolled a 6.
Yeah.
So you needed that banishment. Okay. As you cast the spell, you see the hands being like shunted back as they kind of like try to grab onto the edges. The banishment spell pushes them further back into the portal. Anyone else? You need 1 more success or 4 failures.
Well, Zera hasn't been gone, right?
Like the best I can do is try to use a spell to make Earth go down there, because I don't have anything to.
You can try.
Yeah, that works.
But then it's
I can
more the
hiss-
question of what spell.
Can I think about
You
the,
can use your
the-
arcane knowledge.
No, you cannot use history.
I will think very
Yes,
hard
I will
for it to go away.
dispel. I will dispel this gate to hell.
Dispelling could aid you in some way.
Sure.
In that case, you can make a spellcasting ability check and you can add the level of the spell.
That's not
I will
this level.
perceive the demon.
This
Second,
level,
first two.
correct. Yes.
I'll say DC 18 as well.
Okay, so I have a plus 13 right now.
Do you expend the spell slot?
Yeah.
You can also expend a 4th level if you want to. If you have 4th levels.
I have 1.
You can use it.
What do you say? Do you think I need that plus 14? I also need to roll I need to roll a 5 or higher.
You can roll lower.
I rolled an 8. I didn't.
That's close.
That's close.
It's close, but it's enough
Hey,
for my 3rd level.
as you channel your spell casting, you cast Dispel on this magical portal that's opening. Are you good? We hear like from your mic.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm fine. Nothing's happening here.
As you cast this spell, the portal shuts as the arms are closed down. The wisp of air flutters some of the leaves in the area, and as they kind of like settle once again, this crater returns to now a completely void space in one normal area. It does remind you a lot of that demon portal that was recently opened in Illinois, the ones you managed to close as well. Though this one seems to be really, really old.
Damn.
As in probably a couple of years old.
These people are so lucky that we came to rescue Elkian.
Yeah.
Also, 2nd demon portal I closed.
We closed. Yeah, we all closed.
We all helped, but the first one I did on my own.
Well, I mean,
There was the wind.
that's one way of looking at it.
Must have been the wind.
The other way of looking at it is that this portal has probably once been opened, but has now since been closed. And then they tried to reemerge again, but they failed, thanks to you.
Is there anything left?
After that,
No loot.
no, a magic sword flew through the as you closed it. No,
Ah, yes. Is
No.
it glowing in the special
there's
blue
there's
light?
no light. There's no loot.
It's a rare
per se.
sword.
That's always glowing blue.
A staff of opening demon portals.
Oh shit.
No,
Just what I
no
needed.
loot.
Bad. Oh well, let's go.
You guys venture back onto the road. A job well done. Continue your track north. I need somebody else to roll a d6.
I will. That's a 3.
Another 3. Another demon portal.
Could you roll again, please?
That's a 1.
A skeleton rider appeared.
Howdy. You continue the path, and at one point beside the road, there is one of those. I have it here somewhere. One of those story gates. Nope. Quiet. One of those story gates, like the wooden posts. That is set between. There's the road. There's a little like little cobblestone path. Then the gate, and then an almost square dug little lake with a building in the center, set on a small island. A small bridge connects the two. Seems some sort of temple, shrine. It's relatively small. You spot that on the right.
Clearly, this temple is ominous. You can hear it. Music.
Oh, sorry.
We'll have to destroy the temple. I start kicking it. No. Can I make a religion check?
Sure.
See what kind of
Sure.
temple it is? Curious.
No fucking way.
Natural 20 for 22.
Okay. Interesting.
I know these guys.
I know this temple.
Okay, aside from the atypical architecture that we would refer to as Asian or Japanese style architecture that you would not recognize per se, there are elements of this that how the fuck would you? Sure, you're a traveler. You're learned. You're like a learned person. That makes sense. You've archaeology.
Yes, a learner person.
Parts of this construction reminds you of the way storm giants built castles and shrines. There's like details of the architecture that remind you of that.
Ah yes, storm giants.
Which is something that it's not necessarily common, but storm giants do exist in the heaving ocean as well as in the Lawless Archipelago.
Yes.
So that's where you would have heard about, read about.
This reminds me of storm giants who built other temples like.
You asked.
Ah, yes.
Don't ask if you don't know.
That's kind of funny though.
Storm giants, huh?
It reminds me a little bit of
Yeah, you told.
it reminds me a bit of their architecture. How they would make temples.
Want to check it out?
How do you know?
I've
Because the
traveled.
door is tall or something?
No, not really. It's just. It
It's
seems
just
to
the
be
island.
made for human size.
It's made for human size, stupid.
Yeah,
That's not
this.
a giant temple. A giant
Not
temple
this,
would have
but
a
it
giant
is
door.
inspired by Storm Giant built.
Okay. How do you know?
I've traveled around.
What?
How wouldn't I know? Do you not know?
No, at least I would have expected. I read a book, but no, you traveled around. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you knew storm giants.
That's all you see from just standing outside looking at the building.
I'll just pass by. I'm not gonna look into it.
We're not gonna look into it.
You can. I've seen more of these before. It's an atypical architecture, but
I am very curious.
You guys can pass it up, or you can go in, or you can wait for somebody else who wants to go in. You guys want to pass it up?
goes in.
Or? George goes in. You go in?
Alright.
Yes.
I'll go in as well then.
Angie, you go in?
This is the first building we see.
That's true.
That is true.
You all have to. You can barely pass over the bridge side by side. It seems to be made for one person. You do notice once you begin to walk over the bridge, the surface of the lake, starting from where you walk over, there's like these sparks of electricity that can just like jump over from
See?
the. As long they stay on the surface of the water, but they can like just jump.
See this.
You enter into the small.
Oh, I see as in like your eyes.
You enter into this like small shrine-like area. Inside there is a. There seems to be a small offering of leaves and herbs that sits on an altar. The stick of incense that's in it still burning the last few millimeters of it. The
So-
inside of the of this shrine is covered in mosaics depicting not only storm giants but these long worm-like dragons that are covered in electricity as well.
Mm?
That's it. That's what you see.
Cool.
Look. It's inspired by storm giants. Ooh, okay.
Didn't I say? Did I call?
Yeah, you called it.
Okay,
I
thank
said
you.
it.
That's what I wanted to hear. I'll be very smug and walk back.
Anybody wants to do anything here specifically?
What kind of incense was it, by the way?
What do you mean?
Like a small stick or like a.
It was like one of those small sticks.
So
Is there
someone
like a
has been
little-
here recently.
Yes,
Is there
those
like a
burn
little
incense.
altar or anything? Or is it
There's
just
like a little altar that's where it's set upon.
George
like
will
this, like,
walk there and
offering
we'll
to
put
describe
that more
more
than
than-
symbol.
Make a dex.
More than rules.
Sure, you lay it down there and you leave a more than symbol.
You just have a fucking carry-on bag filled to the brim with more than symbols.
So mark that off. You have one less.
How many do you have?
After George leaves, I walk up to it and take the
He doesn't
Morgan
know.
symbol with me.
I can
Make a sleight of hand check.
That's what you've been making every night.
every night.
That's what you've been
Mark,
making.
what's your
every
passive
night.
perception?
It's like 20.
Cool. Go ahead and roll.
That's a 4.
You see Zira relatively obviously. As you turn around, she swipes the Morden symbol off of the altar and sticks it in a pocket.
George will just look back. Sarah,
What?
that I left for somebody else.
Why?
To educate.
How about we not promote religion in another church?
No. That's only when we're in Moradin's church.
No.
Just let them be.
You're such a hypocrite.
No,
Yes. Now go.
I'm not a hypocrite. I am right.
Mhm.
How
Okay.
many do you even have? Do you keep making them every night?
Obviously.
Yeah, what do you think that ping 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 every night is for?
I thought he was fixing his armor. I don't follow him.
Well, I do
What he
that
does
most
with
of the
his
time.
smithing, I don't have to know.
But every time I go to the church, I just take a handful. It doesn't matter. Point is, these people are allowed to know about more of this.
So it's kind of like a business card.
So it's
It's
okay.
not a business.
It's okay.
Yeah, this is
if I
a
leave
church.
all the
What's the
religious
difference?
insignia in Moradin's church.
They're of the, allied religion. It's completely...
Good to know.
So, but anyways. we go
Holy
back.
symbol of Tharizdun. Holy symbol of Asmodeus. Holy symbol of Vecna. It's fucking great.
Yeah, this
Tiamat.
is the one I believed in for most of my,
Not a
for
god,
my
so
first
it doesn't
3
count.
years. Tiamat. This is
Well,
the
oh,
one I
Demon
believed
Lord,
in
not a
the
god. Lolth
last
is a
3
god.
years.
Yeah, okay, lols.
Lol.
Well, you
The
say
same way
like
the Demon Lord
believe
is,
like
right?
they wouldn't exist. They all exist.
Do they?
Just some of them are a problem and some of them are not.
Yeah, the first 3 years of my life, I basically followed Tiamat.
You were a problem.
Were?
I still identify as a problem. Thank you very much.
Right?
Right.
But you're becoming a different problem now.
Yes, I am your problem.
Yeah, well,
Anyways,
You take onto the
Let's
road
keep
once
going.
again. Two people up front, I'd like you to make perception checks, please.
yes. Did you roll?
Damn, you are good.
oh, 29. But I'm dying.
God damn it. I did 20, 23. 23. 20, 23.
I'll let you figure it out.
Oh, I have a 23, but like 23. Trying to get the Japanese R right. It's like a the Fransu. Fransu. 20,
Right. What did he get?
29.
29. What'd you get?
23.
23. Okay. As you guys continue to follow this path, at one point the cliff takes up a steep climb and allows you to overlook a large area. In the distance, you still have the forest on your right, but at the very edge of the horizon, as the sun is beginning to set later in this day,
It's still snowing.
it is still snowing, but the sun is still out when it's snowing. Very far off in the distance, you see a small village or city, or it's pretty small compared to what you're used to.
Can I use my stone
The
cutting to
most,
see
not from this
anything?
distance.
Damn it.
The most you recognize from the most obvious mark of this town is, aside from the fact that it's set upon the cliffside, is that there's a peninsula, a very thin shard of rock that sticks out from the cliff, upon which a Japanese-style castle is built. Your road leads, however, after this into the forest at a slight angle, no longer following the cliffside.
That's a town. If that's a castle, could be stone.
Wow.
Yeah, stone can.
Very convincing.
Mm-hmm.
They do maybe have cells in a castle, you know?
I mean,
Might
that
have a
is where I
dungeon.
would put my cells.
So
Yeah.
what you kind of have to imagine, I'll draw it out on a piece of paper.
So how do we get into a castle? Let's already think about it. If he were to be there.
We could get captured.
Exactly. You get my ideas.
No.
So what you kind of have to imagine is, if this is the cliff edge, there's a peninsula that kind of sticks out like this, upon which the castle is built, and the rest of the town is like in an area there.
Ah yes, a protrusion.
There's water that like goes this. I hope that clarifies the picture. Really.
Yes, it clarifies a lot. Clarifies is a
Let's
word.
go to the nipple.
Would have been funny if nobody mentioned this.
Someone had to say it.
Ah, yes,
You wanna go to the
Nipple Town. We'll go to Nipple Town.
We'll caress it.
Okay. Later in the evening, as the sun begins to set, you guys continue in that direction. You can continue to follow the road.
I mean,
The road went to the town, right?
I mean, the general direction, yes, but it instead of staying next to the cliff, your road veers into the forest a little bit.
Yeah, that's the road.
it's probably going there anyway, right?
Usually that's how roads work.
Exactly.
Because following a road feels faster traveling than not following a road. Video game logics.
What's you guys' passive perception, each of you?
17.
17?
11.
Angie?
9.
Cool. All of you begin to spot on the right side of the road, some depth into the forest, these flashes of white, of a large creature, fur-like, thanks to its shitty stealth, wolf-like, as it kind of like dashes between the trees, but then disappears in spaces and appears in other places. It kind of like seems to be following you at a distance of maybe like 100 to 200 feet, but it seems to be following you as you make your way closer to the town. All of you notice this.
Why are you following us?
In which language do you say this?
Wolf.
Yes, in my newly acquired language, wolf.
I'm pretty sure wolves do not have a language.
I feel like, because we're on Goblin Island, I first would try Goblin.
Sure.
And then I just repeat it in every language I know, because I know so many.
Anybody else except for Zira call out?
I do not speak the goblin language. I will say hello, fellow goblins.
But all of you do not look like goblins right now.
Yes,
Oh, yeah. No.
that doesn't matter. We can still be goblin in heart.
Do you guys continue walking or do you stop?
We'll, like, obviously stare at it.
Okay. As you all stop and obviously stare in its direction, you see slowly emerging from it what would be a large-sized wolf-like, more fox-like creature. In these like faint wisps of golden armor that kind of like covers parts of its body. It looks to be more ornate, but also as if it's coming from the body itself and not being worn per se. Behind it, however, it is carrying a multitude of different tails. I mean, the same tail, just
Oh my
separate.
god, it's 9 tails.
It kind of like it slowly approaches your group, but stays its progression towards you at about 50 feet.
You want some?
Why are you
Food?
following us?
And like keeps looking up and
Ask
each
if
of
it
you.
wants food. Oh,
You hold out food to it.
yeah, hold out a ration. I don't really have anything else.
You want to translate that?
Doggy.
Do you want food?
Here, doggy.
It begins to take steps, a couple of steps closer. Before then, the form begins to shift, the fur begins to retract, the armor disappears, and in a graceful manner, stepping forth from this differently shaped body is a late 30s, early 40s looking hobgoblin with a friendly expression,
Oh, hey, you're not.
who speaks to you, going in common, going, "I appreciate the offer. However, I do not require it."
Wait,
I didn't think you were hobgoblin.
That is a fair assumption. But I am surprised that there are non-hobgoblin on this island.
You're a big fish out there. It's quite a deterrent.
Yeah.
It is not our fish.
That's probably.
No.
It's
It protects the island, yes.
Our friend got kind of captured and we are here to rescue him.
our friend, but not really your
Well,
friend.
I use friend loosely. He pays for the shit we are gonna do right now.
Oh,
Except for the rescue.
How did you make your way past the
Teleport.
fish?
we were on a ship and noticed a big fish, and went out, and then
Or
teleported.
Maybe like an idea, guys, but like not tell like a literal stranger everything.
I mean,
What a great idea, Angie.
Anyways,
you?
why
What
are
could go
you
wrong?
following us?
I am keeping an eye out on everybody who walks through these woods, walking in the wrong direction. You piqued my interest. My name is Mako.
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 Mako, are you familiar with the storm horn?
a storm drain. Yeah, the horn.
No, storm horn, not the storm drain.
Oh, are you familiar with them?
We're
We
not.
Then I ask.
Well,
But we're
Amazing.
gonna ask.
kind of
him.
looking for them. We're not familiar with them.
Are they the ones that have your friend?
Probably, most likely.
Very
Yeah.
likely.
I would invite you into my home if you are willing to listen to the situation you found yourself in, because all of you look rather clueless.
That would be great.
I have no ill intent. I promise.
Inside check.
Make an insight check.
I want to do that as
I
well.
believe
Make an
the.
insight check.
I believe the
Nope.
nine-tailed fox.
You get
26.
14.
Was it Marco or?
You're not
Marco?
so sure. Could be either way. This person to you is a little hard to read. Mako.
Mako.
M-A-K-O. To you, however, you can read its intentions. Seem to be honest. Seem to have approached you in the form of wanting to warn you about something.
So, do all foxes here turn into hobgoblins?
That would be cool.
Not many.
What's
Follow
with
me.
the tails?
Why 9?
What's with the face? That's the way. That's the body. I do not.
No, why do you have more than one? Because normally
Why
animals only have one tail. That's an actual curiosity.
That is a fair question.
That
question would have to be asked to higher powers than myself.
Sure, I'll do
I
that.
did not choose to grow extra tails in my other form.
I mean,
I
that's
do
fair.
have a question.
It-
Were you born being able to do this or not?
Were
We
you
should,
born a fox or a hobgoblin?
Let's continue on.
Yes.
These are questions best spoken over a good set of tea, I think. Yes?
Oh, I agree.
Yes.
I can make the best tea.
He leads you off of the path and into the forest. And some 20 minutes later, you arrive at a small cave that seems to be decorated into some kind of comfortable living space. There is a wooden wall of branches and leaves like set up to kind of like shelter from the elements. Inside seems to be a relatively comfy space for a single individual at least. He kind of like rolls up a bunch of, he gets like a chest and a log to kind of like create this seating space around a small fire, on which there was at your guys' arrival already a small pot of tea brewing. He kind of like distributes this to each of you. Kind of like sits down holding the cup himself. It's kind of nice to be like within this like warmer space for once, especially since the past couple of days. You guys got pretty wet.
I take a sip of tea. What does it taste like?
Something you've never tasted before. This is a very it has a mint like taste, but also like a flowery accent to it.
I love this tea.
You've got something stronger?
I can brew you stronger tea.
No. It's good then. I guess.
Kind of like sets it. He drinks from his cup a little bit, holds it, and almost sets it to the side before deciding to hold on. Still, he goes
Oh, what did you make this tea from? This is quite.
from these, and he kind of like grabs a small crate that's filled with like these dried flowers.
Ooh.
What kind of flowers are those?
They are local jasmine flowers.
Can we have some?
Yeah, good. I was gonna ask.
Can,
Can
like,
I have some?
Bundles up a couple, hands them.
Okay. But
Yes,
why?
you were walking into danger, friends.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Kind of a thing.
I'm willing to explore this further. However, I've introduced myself. You, however, are who exactly? you're looking for your friend, but I do
My
not know your
name
names.
is George Wayland Jr. of the Soul Force. You might have heard. And
I have not.
well, that's because this is
This is an island
it's an island.
that no one ever leaves or visits.
It's probably the fish's fault. Technically.
My name is Chera.
I am Zera.
you?
And on the,
Angie.
and on the mainland we're known as the Big Five, which is
Also never heard of that.
yeah, no,
But that's confusing. There's only 4 of you.
yeah, no,
Is your friend the one?
no, that's like a joke we made when we had to make a name because we're all very small creatures. We're the big, and we used to be with 5 members, but we were like, we keep it because then we have 2 lies in our name. Which
What
is
happened
funny.
to the 5 person?
They died.
My condolences.
We also temporarily had a 6th member, but they were like, I want to live in this super cool town, and we were like, that's very understandable.
This friend of yours that is taken by the Stormhorns?
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what we heard.
The name sounds correct. However, this friend, who is he? Why did they target him? Why did they capture him?
Well, probably because he's a capitalist.
A
Probably
what?
stole some of their
He
You
probably
know.
stole stuff.
thingies.
Yeah, he's probably on. He pissed them off somehow.
Probably stole some of their
That is.
important.
He's like a rich merchant.
Well, he didn't steal them. He probably borrowed them and then sold this.
or he
they
found
stole
That
them.
is.
Or he found them and thought, oh no, this is no one's possession, and accidentally stole them.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think. The reason that not many people leave this island is yes, the fish, but also many of us do not leave by choice. Many of them are content living on this island. It has a set culture, and many of them are weary of outsiders.
It is a bit of
The
ice.
Stormhorns, however, are some of the few that make dealings outside of the islands. To no one's particular approval, they act independent. The town you are walking into, close to, is a town that, to most folk on this island, known to be relatively secluded and unkind to outsiders. Kind of like this island to the rest of the world, I guess.
is there also a fish swimming
In between? No, there's land between.
I don't know. We've seen some weird shit.
Well,
If your friend made dealings with these individuals or stole something from them, it is very likely that they would hunt him down and make him pay for it.
He's still alive right now.
The reason for that, which I do not know.
well, thanks for that information. Side, he pulls out the jet axe. So, do you know anyone who was like crafts this stuff?
Can I
It's like-
take a look?
Maybe not extremely
grabs it,
hateful towards.
looks at it.
Oh yes, I make it. Here is my forge.
He kind of like looks it over. He goes, "It's definitely from this island," and he kind of like reads the inscription. This one is made in Iwasaki. I'm not familiar with the smith.
Iwasaki?
Yeah, it's the largest city upon this continent, upon this island.
So
The
how-
particular smith I'm not familiar with, but the process, many smiths on this island forge it.
Could you tell me, just what if outsiders like us were to venture in a city like that? Would we instantly be captured and stoned? Or
I am
would they-
surprised your friend is still alive. However, he does have dealings with a particular subgroup upon this island. Most of this island is intolerable. So yes, entering a city like that, especially having no reputation upon this island, would be a bad idea.
Right. No. So getting captured is not a good idea.
Well, if you don't have anything to offer them like your friend seems to have to offer the Stormhorns, it's likely they will not bother capturing you.
All I have to offer are stories about the mainland.
Both items.
I mean, I feel like we have a lot to offer.
Yeah.
To be fair,
We
But,
We
have a
are
lot of
very
magic
powerful,
items
that's
that I'm
also
just
true.
carrying around.
like,
Like, we just closed a portal to hell.
What?
Oh,
The abyss.
there was
I
a
think.
portal to hell further
Yeah.
down that way and we closed it.
You see like fear come over him for a moment. It kind of settles, but you closed it.
Yeah.
We did.
That's like a crater. Not like a child.
I'm
scheme
familiar.
for help.
Yeah.
Okay.
We closed it.
You seen any others that have been opened?
Not
Not
recently.
here. On the mainland there was also one,
When?
like a month ago, and I also closed that one. But we saw it get opened. And then I immediately closed it, because I was like, that's not cool.
I mean, there's around the mainland. There's a lot of like
Yeah,
on
there's a
the
lot.
mainland. There's a lot of portals that just connect to different planes of existence. Anyway, we went to we saw Moradin's plane. That was pretty.
Look, not more than
Yeah, but
Oh,
You're
well,
underselling
that
it.
was a portal
Pish,
within a
bosh,
portal.
wish, wash. It's all the same.
You've faced these demons recently then? A month ago?
Yeah, like even more recent. Like we face a lot of demons.
Please don't tell me there's a demon leading one of the factions.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Oh, they used to be. Oh.
Yes.
Thank God.
5 years ago. It came out of nowhere. Many people started getting visions and messages sent to them. Different versions caused rifts between different peoples upon this island. Eventually, pretty unexpectedly, many of those portals you described in the crater began to open and spill out demons. It took us a bit over a year. Eventually, Jaga united largely and managed to close all the portals and beat them back. Since then, we have not seen them. This axe seems tempered with not as clean as most Jesuan axes. Did you find this on a demon?
Yes.
Artifacts of our island. Some have been taken with these demons when they escaped back to their plane. Would not be surprised if this axe is one of those.
How much is it worth?
Let me look at my sheet real quick.
When you get the expert, he'll tell you how much it's worth. Best I can do is
It's a Jethwin battle axe, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, Jethwin great axe is what it is. 60 gold pieces.
trash. Well,
Well, that is in its like finished state. This one has been ripped and has like these spines sticking out of it.
it's an artistic choice.
Maybe 40, 45.
I'd much rather find the person who. Is there a way I can get in contact with one of these smiths?
Become a hobgoblin.
I guess, but
I know a smith that can work Jethwin. There in the village you are heading to, which is not the one who made that axe, but similarly proficient.
See with the storm horn.
The village you're approaching is Ogunmura. 5 years ago and before, my mate and I were used to run it. However, you made a mistake. You were being overrun with these demons and could not hold them off until these two individuals showed up claiming to be great warriors and offered their services to aid our village in expelling the demons in return for call it unwise, but a certain amount of gold pieces
Oh.
that we sadly did not have. Call it unwise, but we took them up on their deal, hoping to figure out some kind of way to repay them by the time that they would be successful. However, they were more successful than we expected. they were not too keen to find out that we were unable to complete their demands, not on the timetable they were expecting, and with some aggression, and they had followers within the village now, after successfully beating back the demons. They expelled us. Me, at least.
I guess those two individuals are Hanato or Hatano and Akaru,
Those are the ones.
And suspicious.
the Storm Drains.
They... I managed to escape their wrath. My mate, I'm not sure if she was that lucky. May reside somewhere within the village still, may not.
Maybe they've been captured and we can find them for you.
Perhaps. It has been some years. I've kind of like... You see part of his chest kind of like begin to shift back into the wolf form. And the like armor begins to appear, at the center of which is this large pearl. He kind of like taps it twice and like this purple pulse comes over and he goes, if I tap this, she can respond by tapping hers. They will be brought together, whichever way we decide. I've tapped it for years, but given up recently. But if she's not able to reach it or not able to change shape, that's good. Still hope I'm holding on to.
It's still kind of suspicious on how they just two people randomly showed up when you had a demon problem and they very effectively solved it.
It is suspicious. My mate and I, we both do not fully convinced they are what they seem to present themselves as. Or at least they seem to perhaps serve some higher power. What it is, we are unfamiliar with. We did not get to know them well enough. But they made a reputation for themselves, and since then they know I'm out here. They've tried hunting me a couple of times, but successfully managed to evade them so far. And,
Weird. We spotted you like immediately.
White is not a terribly good choice for hiding, honestly.
No.
that
In
is
the
true.
snow, maybe.
I mean, it was snowing, so...
Yeah, I guess, but it's not
Most-
that much.
Most people in the village are unfamiliar with my mate and I's true form. I am convinced that Atano and Akaru have convinced the villagers that out in the forest lives a great beast that will kill them on sight. I've seen bodies hanging from the walls every now and again as some kind of warning. But the few people that have managed to get out, I've tried to help them escape their clutches, but I've not been successful every attempt. Your friend, if he has problems with the Stormhorns, is likely in that castle somewhere. There are people in the village that are terrified of the way they are handling business. But I am not within the position to attack the castle, take it back, or even rally the people to taking them over. First of all, I wish not to bring innocents into conflict that truly is my making. That, and when we were sent here, I was not born a hobgoblin. My mate and I took a vow to not harm any mortal creature. As far as I'm aware, she upheld that vow, and I am not going to be the first one to break it. However,
Wait,
Where
so
did you
you're
get
allowed
sent
to
from?
fight demons? Allowed to fight demons then?
yes,
That's so cool.
but mortal folk, like the hobgoblins, we do not.
So
We can,
Of course you don't.
we choose not.
You don't want to harm innocent creatures.
Not so innocent. It is
I'll beat them up
above the
for you.
station of a guardian to attack anybody who has to live out a mortal lifespan.
Beat them up for you, don't worry.
That
where
is
did
the
you
angle
get
I'm
sent
thinking.
from? If I may ask.
Are you familiar with the Upper Plains?
We visited some, but like, not really.
There is a, this day and age, largely forgotten goblin deity that that, unlike some of the that unlike the patron deity of the goblins, Maglubiad actually holds a positive disposition towards their kin.
Mhm.
They are the ones who sent us. The angle that I am interested in is for outsiders that have little stake in the well-being of the individuals that hold power over the residents of that village. Would be an interesting angle.
You don't have to say it out loud, so you can still feign ignorance.
I can encourage violence.
Oh.
I will, however, not commit it.
Oh, in that case.
I can encourage.
5 years in the wilds changes your disposition upon the people who took you home from you.
That's
I'm
fair.
very violent. 5 years?
Yes.
Damn, you've been banished basically my entire life.
How old are you?
I'm 5.
Then yes.
She's still a child, technically.
I can tell now.
Yeah.
But I also have a gun.
Next
I
year,
do not know what that is.
next year she'll be.
It looks like a crossbow.
Unsafe.
That I know.
It shoots
She's pointing it
acid.
at you. She's like,
It shoots acid. I will not shoot it at you because it will hurt.
But you couldn't fight back if we did.
I mean, I feel like self-defense should
Isn't
be
that
allowed,
like
right?
weird?
we're not
Yes.
hobgoblins, to be fair.
I can.
We're still mortal alive.
Yeah.
But like, self-defense is allowed, right? If someone
It's-
attacks you, you're allowed to fight back, right?
In some ways.
We are attacked. We are to escape that situation.
Okay.
Speak for yourself.
Speak for
We hold up
yourself.
to a higher
I am
standing than
immortal.
people on this plane. We keep to that. You, however, I feel like are less. You seem eager to kill something.
Well, not
Whoa,
kill something.
whoa, whoa,
She
whoa,
seems eager
whoa.
to kill something.
Yes.
Okay, that's.
I don't just want to kill people here, okay? Like I said, I want to meet the smith.
I don't want to kill the smith. I want to kill the 2 suspicious fuckers.
I
In
see
other
this.
words, we can help you.
This can be a situation in which we can help each other. Yes, I can. I hold sway over the village, still, of those who live under their tyranny. If you manage to get rid of Akaru and Hanato and whatever else lurks in that castle these days,
Hey, maybe it's demons.
perhaps it is. I can reinvest control over it, and I could introduce you to our local smith, who could, perhaps with a good word, refer you even further. However, word would have to spread of great deeds done by... What was your group again?
The
The
big
big
five.
That's gonna be confusing.
Yeah, I know.
That was the point.
Okay.
Sadly, there was
It's memorable because of that, I guess.
Sadly, there was no one there to watch us close a demon portal, so that will just.
But
leave.
good acts done in solitude are perhaps even of grander scale.
No, that's true, but
Or
it's,
it inside.
yeah, no,
We're
I
proud
just,
of you.
I just meant it would really help our reputation here on this island. Like we've done many things on the mainland as well that no one knows about that were good.
That's part of being a good person.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I
mean,
can-
I'm not a good person.
But if you're trying to actively boost your reputation, it would have been nice if someone was there to witness it. Oh well.
It's weird to say.
I mean, it's technically true, but like,
Yeah, but it's like a
But
weird.
also, I feel like
I'm
saving
not a
the
bad
people from
person
the
either.
tyranny is also a good thing that will help us.
How does your friend feel about that?
we're suspiciously quiet this entire time.
I'm just observing.
Right.
She's trying to be extra shy now because she likes setting people on fire.
I'm not violent at all.
That's a lie. That's a
So-
blatant lie.
I
Tell
can
it to
tell.
the halflings.
I can help you in the sense that I can do the layout of this village and tell you at least what I remember of what the castle used to be 5 years ago.
Did it have dungeons?
There's no orphanage.
Did it have dungeons?
Dungeons, no.
Is there an underground secret tunnel?
Secret.
We had facilities to incarcerate anybody who really made problems. But we did not, in the castle, certainly had any dungeons of any sort.
I mean, the prison.
On the other hand, I have not been there for 5 years. And they have made this place their own.
Well, sure they haven't renovated the place entirely, right? The
Yeah.
layout should be maybe
Similar, but maybe.
sort of similar.
With their dungeons, then they've at least added something. You have,
Or they just change
No.
things to be like dungeons.
or
Well,
that.
no, there were windows and wherever it.
He did say he saw the sunset.
Yeah.
That means he wasn't underground.
The castle
You
is
can't go
built
far
on a cliff.
underground. Yeah.
There are parts. There is a floor of the castle that is lower and that looks out over the ocean. That is underground,
So is
but
it
it's not
above?
stone or.
There's a window, so if there's maybe come through there.
Yeah, but we still, if we were
We can
going
get
to
him
help
out of there at least.
Marco, if we were going to help Marco, we would also need to get into the castle.
Right.
proper.
But wouldn't things be so much more easier if they didn't have leverage on us?
Oh, how would you want to do that?
Well, if there's a window, maybe we can go through that window and we can.
Take Elkian with us?
Yeah. but
He's not
first-
really a fighter.
No, take him out of the castle.
Take him out.
No witnesses.
I mean, take him out to where?
Here. Probably. For the time
If we can get that done, yeah, maybe.
If your friend is being kept anywhere, I
Just don't sell anything to him.
don't have much.
I didn't touch anything either.
What I'm saying is that parts of the castle, this castle can have parts underground and still have outside light coming in. Meaning that if he's underground, it doesn't necessarily mean that we'll not be able to see.
No, but then maybe they just used those underground places and made them into dungeons. Like you don't have to add a dungeon to have a dungeon. You can just have any room, put a lock on it, and boom, that's your dungeon now.
Okay.
Still, if the
It's
light's
possible.
passing through, that's a window. Might.
Anyways,
But yeah,
we would
having,
gladly accept
having that kind of intel would be nice.
Well, there's a few obstacles in your way. You have the village itself, that is hard to get into, and you all look out of the ordinary.
well, we could change our form to Hobgoblin.
That will be
like,
fixed so easily.
To keep their grasp over the village, the two of them have not been kind to any people that have arrived there. Do not know in
Even
which.
even if they're Hobgoblin.
I do not know in which state you will be received.
Unless. Any patrols?
They have guards.
They have a wall,
Patrol
right?
outside of this? Do they patrol outside of their
Not much, no.
caravans
They-
or any?
As I said, this village is secluded. It has been for some time, ever since they took over. And to hold over their grasp, they do not let many people leave.
Otherwise we could have knocked someone conscious and pretend to be them.
Like what we should have done with those first people we saw.
No, because they didn't do anything.
They were nice, to
Yeah.
be fair.
But they had robes that would conceal a mask that would conceal how they looked.
I very much appreciate you did not kill them.
I wasn't planning to kill them. I just was like, we should ambush them and steal their clothes.
And we didn't.
And we
Because
didn't.
there was no reason to.
But they did give me this insignia.
Kind of like from his clothing, he pulls out the same one he seems to be carrying.
Yeah, buddies.
I am familiar. And I think I am familiar with the few you passed up.
Maybe.
They came to this village trying to spread the word. I turned them back, as I found it to be a bad idea. But there are guards on the walls, at the gates. village itself,
Can we
there's
fly?
likely some kind of police force.
Can we fly around the walls?
The walls of the village encase it on all sides.
Also from the cliffside?
Yes.
It
It would
unnecessary,
make
but-
little sense if you had a cliffside and you built a wall on it, and
We could
That's
go
it.
from the water.
There's a cliff. And a wall.
Well, a big cliff.
And a wall.
The wall.
If what Marco says is correct, there's like a cliff all around the village. Also, if we go from the
Yeah,
water,
but you have the little island, right? Customs.
isn't it like still cliff like
Yeah.
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we can.
We
I
climb
can.
it. We can
I
try
can
and
climb it.
With gear for that.
Sure, I'll be down. I can climb that shit.
Mako draws out, by the way, on a sheet of parchment. You have the village. Then within the village, they have a small gatehouse and courtyard and a small wall that where the peninsula connects to the rest of the island. Then the peninsula itself, he explains, the stretch between the mainland and where the castle is standing are like leveled gardens. Whereas then you have the castle's entrance itself, and then the castle.
Right.
He explains that as far as he's aware, 5 years ago, the entrance hall is a small space where people normally take off their shoes and their outside clothing, before then heading into a larger throne room-like chamber. But from there, he would not know where you would have to go if you were looking for anybody being taken captive.
Would there be like a back door?
Castle.
Castles
On a
usually have
cliff.
multiple doors.
Well, there's only one entrance to it because there's only one entrance to get to the main.
But maybe with the window we can find a way.
I'm not that small, but yes.
I don't know how big the window is. Probably not that big.
If it's a dungeon, then no. I don't think it's like a big ass floor to ceiling window.
At least I can find out where he is.
Yeah.
Once we get there. And I could know which part of the castle.
He goes, if you are planning to get into trouble, I do have one thing that could help. And he kind of like leans over and opens up like a small cabinet. Taking out of it seems to be a metallic thing covered in a rag. He sets it down on the little on the stool next to him and takes the cover off. And in it you see a very elaborately decorated chalice. You've seen versions of this before. This is the material component for a hero's feast. He goes, in 24 hours, if you notify me ahead of time, I can give you some bit of a boost, but I only have one of these.
That'd be useful.
Could help.
First, have to make a concrete plan. Do we want to go down the cliff?
We'll go around the cliff, climb up, figure out where the castle Elkin is, and then from there we can decide if we want to. Who knows? Maybe if I locate him, it locates us through a secret tunnel because that technically is a closer path.
I mean,
Does it do path or does it do like straight line?
It shows me the path,
Right.
least resistance. So probably the front door. But no.
Mako goes, if your friend is still alive, they must have some reason. I know them to be very gracious upon their enemies. And if you want to have reputation upon this island, it must be done, be public. Though, getting your friend out if you can, may not be such a bad plan. The people need to see you free them, for them to respect you.
Right.
But also, I don't want it to
That is fair.
go like.
That depends on the reason.
just very curious. If we would go first rescue him by going through from cliffside, how long would that take? Like climbing?
Having to climb, if you were gonna climb all the way from the bottom, probably take. Oh,
Goodbye.
did it just die?
I don't know. It's plugged in.
There's still lights coming from it.
Well, click on the mouse pad. You the on button on the other side.
This
Try to turn it back on. Maybe turn it off. Kind of sound like it turned off.
something up.
Lights up.
Critical low battery.
It's just not charging.
But it is plugged in,
It is plugged in.
and lights are burning.
And
Well,
I saw a light burning, but
there's
not
no
anymore.
light burning, but like
I saw some lights here, but not anymore.
Here, can somebody call her on WhatsApp? I can call her. Come on.
well,
It's the free Wi-Fi.
well.
It will be up to you to prop her up correctly. Hi.
Hi.
The laptop died, and we're not sure if we're going to be able to get it back. So you're on the phone now.
Yeah, my camera doesn't seem to work here.
Well, you have some time to figure that out, luckily.
That's gonna fall then.
The cliff itself is like it takes some time to climb a cliff. If you're gonna climb it all the way from the bottom where the water crashes into the rocky cliffside to where the castle is, probably gonna take like a couple hours of carefully treading the.
And if we had,
If I
If
were
we
to
could
do
just-
faster.
I was just
And
asking,
there's a chance you fall off.
if we could do it, if we just walked it.
If you walked up the side,
Yeah, how long would that take?
considering it would still be a dangerous climb, it would make it easier. Probably like, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes.
Okay, no, okay.
Because it's not like a smooth cliffside. Like it's rocky, it's dangerous. There's wind, there's rain, snow, and generally, considering it's right next to the water, it would probably be slippery.
Yeah, no, because then,
And then that's just to think out your plan. Let's say you do get up to the level of where the castle is. Then what?
you have to go in, that's the thing, but it's more like, if I were to indeed change my spell bone once again to have a useful spell for it, I could put spider climb in it, and then we can just walk up the cliff.
That could help.
But that's only an hour.
Well, we only have to go up.
We better go fast.
Well, the question is then you're up there at the foot of the castle. Then what?
We could go in,
I locate.
walk up the wall.
Well, first I locate.
Well, yes.
Perfect. See if he's in there. And where exactly he is. Based on that, we might find that we can look through him or see him through maybe a window or something. And contact him through there. Not, we go through the front door. Probably more loud than
If
quiet.
The castle, right? Does it have like a wall and then a courtyard still?
The
I'm
castle
imagining-
itself. I mean, the courtyard that's still attached to the mainland of this island. That's separated, and the gardens have walls on either side of them as they go up the steps towards the castle. The castle itself takes the peninsula edge to edge. Like you would be climbing rock face, and that would then transition to smooth, set rock masonry.
Yeah, so
It isn't walls that you then go over, and then there's a castle on
Okay,
the
okay.
center of the peninsula.
That's what I wanted
The
to
edges of
ask,
the
yeah.
peninsula are the walls of the castle,
Okay.
of the building, the structure.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like there's a wall around it with a building.
I'm imagining your
Is
typical
there-
Japanese castle. Is that true? Where it's like build up.
yeah,
actually,
kinda
and
like
the
that.
building is on top of it.
Yeah, but you have to yeah. It's not it very much like almost merges out of the rock itself.
Yeah, they have these foundations rather than walls.
Yeah.
To be a balcony.
That would defeat the purpose of it being a castle. It's not a palace; it's a castle.
But is there windows or like top like?
There are
is it
like
more
archery
exposed at the
windows.
top?
There are archery slits. No, not any higher. Mako would know that when he was there last, there wouldn't be any window bigger enough to fit anyone but maybe Zero through with effort. Considering it is a defensible structure specifically. Larger palace, or it's more of a fortress than castles kind of in between. It's more of a fortress.
We can magic our way through from door it is. Please, we'll make ourselves known.
I mean, you can get in things like with a teleportation kind of thing. You could still like jump, like in the same way like Misty Steps and stuff allow you to jump into a building, and then you could get inside. However, just trying to squeeze your way through is not like a decent degree of magic would have to be utilized to get you guys in that way.
Yeah, we could just enter the shell and then go from there. That could also work.
Possibly. I mean, entering through the front gates and then closing them is something. At least get the village out of process.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have just the castle to do it.
When you mentioned that,
There's still...
Marco specifies again, like the village is oppressed by them. The guards and whatnot that inhabit the castle and that do roam around the town and the outer walls do have loyalty to them, but the average villager would not necessarily be a problem for anybody trying to take down the Stormlords.
Right, but what if we, I don't know, killed the two leaders they follow and then showed the bodies? They still be loyal to them?
That depends. That would be a question about how much sway they really hold over them. But the guards to villager probably outnumbers them a pretty decent amount.
We could stage a revolt, but I don't think that would work.
I don't think we have that type of
Pull.
No.
In Genova would be a decent plan, or in Coppermundo or Illinois.
What if in Genova we stage a revolt?
I think going from the back and then just pushing through immediately into the castle is our best bet.
Alright, we'll do that.
There's a way to get in other than the front gate. We can take that.
I mean, and if we really want to do it public, we can just capture the two main guys and do a public execution.
No, we
Because
just
that's badass!
we could just
It is important that you are seen as liberators, not conquerors.
Yeah.
Well, we don't want to keep the town. That's the whole thing.
Well, public executions seem to... It's very similar to what they are doing now.
Yeah, fair enough. I just don't know how...
We just freed you guys. And now you live under our iron hand. That doesn't feel
Well,
like
for
liberators
them to
me.
live under our iron hand, we have to stay here, and I don't feel like doing that.
No, that's fair. They're in hand.
If you're in the castle, did you manage to find my mate? Tap the pro. Perhaps I can help inside the castle. But until then, you have a beginning of a plan.
That's usually enough, honestly.
We're gonna go from cliffside inside the castle. Just have to figure out how we get in. Like, I can climb through one of the tiny windows because I'm small.
You could get stuck. I'm not promising you could fit.
I can make myself smaller.
Okay, that could help.
Improvisation is our forte.
I figured. Well,
Exactly, George.
do you wish to rest here, or... Good.
Yeah, if we can. This is
Yeah.
a nice place.
Take a rest. Tomorrow
will
you'll
have
speak
to
again
take-
of your plan, and...
I'll have to take a
Put it
rest
in motion.
anyways to put this, replace the spell in my bone.
I'll try some of the dried up flower seeds in my pipe. Just like see
That's
how-
not meant to be smoked.
You're wasting good
So-
tea!
You guys are going to take a long rest here. You have somewhat of a plan. You actually managed to locate Alkian, so that helps.
We probably tell them the good news.
Next week, you are going to devise. Hopefully, you have a plan when you arrive, but we'll see.
We have a good plan.
And we'll see about your execution. Till then, Thank you guys for coming out to play. Thank you guys for coming out to watch. We'll be back again next week with a new game. Goodbye.